there. I am coming there to let me see my wife, let me see my daughter. If I make any crime in country, Liberia, please punish me. I not a problem. But I know why I'm coming there. I am coming there to expose Jetty properly. And Jetty, this is I'm telling you live. If you are man, just allow me in Liberia. Let you see me on the same media platform, and I will expose you properly how much money you eat from Liberia people. I will expose you.
So somebody is asking on the live, did you bribe to get the Liberian visa to the Liberian embassy in Syria, or you got all? You want to show us your receipts, your payments?
I can show you
okay,
the
How much did you pay for the visa?
$80, $130, $80, and they give me proper receipt.
So show the receipts on the television.
Yes,
so that
I can.
Let's see your receipt.
Because people want to see.
Yeah.
Because those are the people
only $130 they charge me. They didn't ask me any $1.
Okay, so for those of you watching here, is it he paid to the Liberian embassy in Sierra Leone, and he got the visa.
$130
official
for
money.
his official visa that was cancelled here at the Liberian border, 7 Waterside.
Yes.
And there's a live coverage on voice.
The woman who give me visa, and a number also there.
Yeah.
So
The woman who give me visa, she not ask anything.
Okay.
I just go. She asked me where you will stay. I said there I will stay.
Another question to you, Manoj. You just need to cool yourself because I know you're now stressful. I saw a video where you was in a video where the president was saying thank you to what you people did for the church.
Yes.
What have you to say to the president? Because at times these things are happening. The president and other people in government might not be in the know.
That's I know.
Can you say something to the president?
I believe, Mr. President, I know you are a very good friend for me. But please, through a voice of Liberia, please see what thing is going on with your friend. The same friend who you give thanks in your church. You tell me that, my friend, thank you what you are doing on behalf of Indian community. I, your friend, I'm standing here and I want to see my wife and daughter. Please do not believe Jetty. Jetty eat lot of money in Liberia. And just, Mr. President, give me 10 days. I will expose Jetty. What Jetty is doing, all money for Liberia is not for him. I will prove it.
So because I want you now, you are done with the president, and you have. Is there any issue where the immigration they've told you about this issue? They continue, denial.
When they cancel your visa, what did they tell you?
No, they just say you are blocked by government. So the Sierra Leone commander also asked same thing.
Number right. I waive my privilege as a mayor, and when you accuse, you are innocent until proven guilty. So those who have accused me, it was on the other way aside, it would have been Councilman Fredo going to the police station and revealing the facts. But he didn't do that because I knew it was political in nature, so I availed myself. And I went there. Everybody very concerned today, since I went there, I've aligned my time and cooperated with the police and all the investigation to the extent that they have realized. And that's why we think the police, the justice ministry, we think it's fair enough, not just about Jefferson Project. There are a lot of Liberians who believe and they want to get to the bottom of these things. And I think it's fair enough that the case must be reviewed and the perpetrator must be brought to board.
Aaron, can I answer your question?
I just want to ask you something.
You said,
You see what a press conference, you want to disturb, you can disturb. President, you want to disturb.
Gloria Moses
These are our last question.
did not accuse Honorable Jefferson Cody. Let that clear. I challenge anybody. 2. Gloria Moses Scott, former Chief Justice, did not even
Establishment of the War Crime Code. We thought people like Councilor Verdier meant well for our society. Owing to the facts about the education this guy have gone and acquired, we thought such education was sufficient enough, could be stored upon him a moral compass. Up to now, we have absolutely no regret because we are convicted about our decision yesterday. This man, being a victim of not fulfilling his his ambition. This is a guy who always thought he was better than any living human being. He really respected, not realized, even former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. He thought he was born to become president of this country. Unfortunately for him, reality has set in. He continued to hallucinate. That's the condition. This man tried to destroy the TRC report to take an innocent person like me who worked alongside for the full implementation of the TRC report alive. But thankfully, our workings were very clear. And I want to use this time to commend his fellow commissioners who said they could not have sat supportly to watch him destroy the TRC report that was invested by the Liberian people in our international partner. How could you in this place say to anyone here? Our history is conspicuously clear in this country. So there's no amount of fabrication or trying to incriminate us. We certify and overwhelm the truth. We have zero participation with any warring faction. We have never participated, and we have no association. If you have an issue to justice equity, confront me on those issues. You don't have to scapegoat and try to destroy a national document that signifies all of the collective hope of each and every Nigerian. Today, CTR's report in stagnation because
let me see my wife, let me see my daughter. If I make any crime in country, Liberia, please punish me. I not a problem. But I know why I'm coming there. I am coming there to expose Jetty properly. And Jetty, this is I'm telling you live. If you are man, just allow me in Liberia. Let you see me on the same media platform, and I will expose you properly how much money you eat from Liberia people. I will expose you.
So somebody is asking on the live, did you bribe to get the Liberian visa to the Liberian embassy in Sierra Leone?
Did you bribe to get the visa?
All you want to show us your receipts, your payments?
I can show you the
How much did you pay for the visa?
$80, $130, $80, and they give me proper receipt.
So show the receipts on the television.
Yes,
so that
I can.
Let's see your receipt.
Because people want to see.
Yeah.
Because those are the people.
Only $130 they charge me. They didn't ask me any $1.
Okay, so for those of you watching here, he said he paid to the Liberian embassy in Sierra Leone, and he got the visa.
$130 official
for his official visa that was cancelled here at the Liberian border, 7 water side.
Yes.
And there's a live coverage on voice.
The woman who give me visa, and I number also there.
Yeah.
So
The woman who give me visa.
Okay.
She not ask anything.
Okay, good morning, good evening to all our listeners, to all our followers. Let me say good morning, good evening, provider, where you are listening from. If you are listening from Liberia, let me say good afternoon to you because it should be 12:36 right now in Liberia, and it should be 7:36 in the US, especially in the Iowa. Yes, in Iowa it should be 12:36. And in South Korea it's 9:36 p.m. right now. So let me say good evening to everyone in South Korea. And good evening to our followers again from China. South Korea just 1 hour ahead of China, so it should be like 10. Yeah, it should be 8:37 right now in China. If you are following us from Nigeria, it should be 1:37 p.m. in Nigeria. Yeah, because Nigeria is 1 hour ahead of Liberia. And good evening to our followers from Ghana. So let me say good morning to you, our sister Christina from Canada. Good morning to you. Am I audible from your end?
Good morning, Gabriel. I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Very good. So good evening to our brother Emmanuel Blad Denuka. Good evening from South Korea.
Yeah, good evening, boys. Like I'm having some problem here.
Okay. Is it technical?
So yeah. So,
okay, so
maybe I have to log out. That's it.
Okay. Okay, just you can log out and come back. I'll admit you in studio. So good morning, my sister. How is it there? I mean, is it still cold in Canada? As for us, I think we are approaching spring and we are experiencing some heat now. How is it? How's the weather?
The weather is so good. The spring is almost like summer. We've been having a series of sun and rain around the area. So it's not really easy. We're enjoying summer already. So the weather is so good.
Yeah, okay. Same here. I mean, we are experiencing some rainfall, but the rain is coming with so much heat, So I think we are stepping into spring. Very soon we'll be in summer. I see you, I think. Good evening, CEO. Please check your mics.
Mic is on text. 1 2 1 2. Am I audible enough?
You are so good. Good evening, CEO. How are you? How's everything? How is Guangzhou City?
Gabriel, you can see, man, I'm very much good. And trust me, I'm well prepared to discuss about our country tonight. And I just hope that we're doing anything again, right?
I think it should be you. You came in with that feedback.
Hey, man, somebody call my phone. I talk the phone. Are you hearing me, Gabriel?
You are audible.
Hey, man, I had to come back because my volume gone.
Okay, so let me say good evening to you, good morning, and this is the Diaspora Talk. This is where we discuss issue unbiasedly, issue that hinder the progress of our country. Let me say, if you are joining us, you can share the show, you can comment, you can like, you can engage our show. So let's just take a break and we'll be right back to discuss the issue.
Legitimate financial institutions around the world. Corruption is a social danger because it feeds organized crime. It destroys nation states. It imperils opportunities, particularly for women and girls. It facilitates environmental degradation, contributes to human trafficking, and undermines whole communities. It destroys the future. Corruption is a radicalizer because it destroys faith in legitimate authority. It opens up a vacuum which allows the predators to move in. And no one knows that better than the violent extremist groups who regularly use corruption as a recruitment tool. Corruption is an opportunity destroyer because it discourages honest and accountable investment. It makes businesses more expensive to operate. It drives up the cost of public services for local taxpayers, and it turns a nation's entire budget into a feeding trough for the privileged few. And that is why it is imperative that the business community of the world starts to demand a different standard of behavior, that we deepen the fight against corruption, making it a first-order national security priority.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Love is all we need to make a stand. This is the time to come together. Keep Liberia.
Okay, good morning again. This is the Diaspora Talk. This is where we discuss issues of concern. So today, our first topic, we are going to be looking at the friction between the United Party and the ANC. So over the years, what we are actually seeing is that it's almost like the ANC is focusing more on the United Party than on the incumbent. And it's leaving more people with lot of speculation. People are in ambiguity. People don't really know what is going on. A few days I listened to there was a speech done by Mr. Cummings, the standard bearer of the ANC, and it's almost like throwing the jabs on Ambassador Joseph Newman Boakai. And he said that if the whole town is hungry and you take a cutlass and give it to an old man or an old grandfather with no energy to go and brush a farm or to go and make a farm, then it means that the people of that town will die from starvation because the old grandfather does not have the strength to even the old grandfather. CEO, you are coming back with too much feedback.
Yeah, it's okay. I think it's better, right?
Yeah, Konowa, the link is in the group chat. Go and get it from there, brother. I can send it to you personally. So, so he stated that, I mean, if we are depending, or if a whole town is going to be depending on an old grandfather to make a farm, it means that the town is going to die from starvation because the old grandfather is feeble. He does not have a strength. He cannot walk. And I mean, it is not just logical to do that. We are seeing a lot of the jobs. I mean, I look at people from the ANC camp, people that Muna Faha. I mean, one time they were talking about a land. I think someone accused Joseph Newman Baka of some, I know, some selling land or something. They took that out. They took that again as a point of ridicule. When the Papa said he was living on loan, he does not have money, that was another point of ridicule. Why is it that the ANC focuses more on Unity Party than the incumbent? They said that they are fighting a proxy war for the CDC or what? So let me first get to you, my sister or Christina. What's really happening? I mean, is this a sign of good unity within the opposition? I mean, what are you really thinking? I mean, we will go for a second term because there will definitely be a second term. I mean, do you really think if the ANC, okay, if Ambassador Boakai and President Weah meet in the second term, do you really think with the kind of anger, with the kind of hate, with the kind of vicious politics between the ANC and Unity Party, can the Unity Party really rely on ANC for a second term, or for a second term collaboration? What is really happening?
The first thing the ANC
You have to increase your volume a little bit. You sound very low. Your volume. Check it up, please. Yeah, I think it's better now.
NCC UP as for our rival cause, they are not close to Weah. They feel if UP is eliminated, then they will get close to Weah to go for the runoff election. In that which they are mistaken. If Ambassador Weah face is not on the ballot paper, ANC cannot go for second round in Liberia. Because the first thing, Cummings has now understood the contemporary politics of Liberia, and he allowed his surrogates to mislead him. He's not looking for his target. Instead, he's looking for people who are not his target. Because I think they should be fighting for what we have. That's what every one of them do. They're fighting for what we have. But instead, he's going after Joseph Nima Boaka because he sees Joseph Nima Boaka as his greatest rival, and he's afraid. He's afraid. He's not even spinning his funds in the rightful direction. He allowed people to fool him, and he misappropriating his funds ahead of electoral period. So he's a novice, total novice to Liberian politics, and he allowed his surrogates to mislead him. For Muna Fahad, they are not issue for us to discuss because they just say those things because they want to gain popularity and gain public sentiment instead of them analyzing the contemporary politics of Liberia. They are not doing it. But instead,
now, the question here is, sorry for me stepping in. How can the ANC or Mr. Cummings view let's say, or Joseph Numa Boaka as an rival when the both of them almost have the same goal, and the goal is to, stop the incumbent for going for the second term, to rescue the country?
That's what making he misappropriating his funds, because if he allocating in a proper manner, he was spent for his goal, and his goal is to get Weah off. Every opposition goal is to get the incumbent off, but he's not focusing on that fact that we are not fighting this battle as single person, but we should amalgamate force as oppositions to see how best we can relinquish and George Weah can relinquish power. They are not looking at it from that perspective. Instead, he's seeing in Joseph Nima Boaka as his rival. That's where he getting things wrong. So seeing the second round, if Cummings and Joseph Boaka and George Weah go for second round, I don't see that Cummings will have that face with all what they are doing around this place, to see Cummings have that face to support Joseph Nima Boaka after you making remarks, attacks that they can put the colors in the old person here and so and so. I think he will just allow his voters to vote for whosoever they chose to vote for. And with that, I'm threatening that they will allow Ambassador Joseph Nima Boaka to Ambassador George Manning Weah to have a second term. Because if the opposition don't put their forces together, put their apps together right now, second round, they start to preach divisiveness. At the end of the day,
I think someone is calling you.
At the end of the day, they will have George Weah for second term.
Thank you so much. That's our sister there from Canada, our sister Christina Foda. So let's go to your CEO. With the level of toxic politics between the UP and Alexander Cummings, can the UP really rely on the ANC for a second term collaboration?
Well, you are asking us whether the UP can rely on the ANC second election to become victorious, right? If I get it right.
For the second round. The second round, because obviously we know that from the trend we have been seeing, from the polls we have been seeing, this election is actually between Joseph Numa Boaka and President Weah. So, and definitely there will be a second round. And in this, one party cannot just...
Gabriel, here's the thing, right? Like I told us earlier, this election is promised no one. This October 10th election is promised no one. Not the incumbent or the opposition. But trust me, if the opposition had a full unity, trust me, we'll not be discussing about second term or second election. We'll be talking about just a single election. That we could see that from the senatorial election that brought Darius Dillon and that of Yombi Kangan to prominent.
Yeah.
But you know, there is something which you know, Alexander Cummings is a left-hand junk within our political space. A left-hand junk.
What do you mean by that?
You know, when I say this, perhaps people might want to feel that maybe I'm saying somehow, you know, different. But I think what I'm saying, it makes a lot of sense. I listened to he the last time saying that you cannot give the colors to an old man. Gabriel, you and I, we are in Korea.
I really want you to just clarify what you mean by Alexander Cummings is a left-hand junk. You know.
Yeah, that's what I'm driving out right now.
It's somehow coded.
Yeah, that's what I'm driving out right now. Because Gabriel, if you look at all of these political leaders, they have a stronghold, if not a county or a district. For example, Joseph Walker, the entire Lower County is for him. When you look at the MDR, the entire Nema County is for them. When you look at the Liberty Party, you talk about Grand Bassa, you talk about Riverside, and some part of Margibi. When you talk about the ANC, where can you talk about? Which district, even in Mozzarella, you can say, okay, yes, the ANC have District 15 on their thesis. Which county in Liberia, you can say, yes, the ANC have this county, you know, on them. So the reason I say Alexander Cummings is a left-hand jump, because this man, my brother, for the past 6 years or more, this man, he has still not understand the terrain in our country. How to navigate in the political space. He still have not understand yet. And what best he could do to be able to understand it well is to align with those political leaders who have been in the vanguard all a long period of time, like Joseph Yumabwaka. What are you throwing insult on this old man? When you fail to realize you can align with this man, so at least you can be able to understand the political terrain. But this man is totally at sea, Gabriel. I'm being very frank.
You mean he's not being realistic in his political venture?
But Gabriel, you are seeing the thing very clear, man. I don't have to say it, man, Gabriel. You are seeing the thing very clear. Where in Liberia, you can say this district is for the ANC, or this county is for the ANC. But all of those major political parties that I just listed here, you can pinpoint out counties or districts that are for them. It's clear.
Very clear. From Maryland. He's from Maryland. Probably he has a constituent there. Who knows?
No, then tell me now where? Which one of the districts in Maryland that support Cummings? But I can list districts, I can list counties that support these political parties that I just listed. But for the ANC, tell me where? Even when we talk about Mozzarella, which district in Mozzarella you can say yes, just for the ANC? Where?
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So let's go to our brother, Mr. Emmanuel Denugard. We are talking about the ANC here. I mean, there's a political party that is wholly and solely focusing. I mean, it is just facilitated in bringing down its own, you know, people within the opposition. They attack the standard bearer of the UP. They call him an Oka, a Sleepy Joe. All of the disgusting pictures that you see on Facebook are mostly sourced from them. I mean, the feed that can be confirmed by a statement made by, the political leader, saying that if they get a call out to a man that don't make a fine, it means that the entire village will starve. I mean, what do you really see? Is this man really fighting? Does he really want to unseat President Weah, or he fighting a proxy war for President Weah?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Matakwe. What I would say firstly is the political marriage in Liberia has come to the point where I think there is no value in coalition or collaboration anymore, because people cannot be trusted in the political system, and people from other political parties will always come to another political party to bring them down. So when you are in an environment like this, you don't have to meet a scientist or any prophet to tell you that this is a time that we have to put our strength together as a political party, whether UP, CDC, whatever it is, to be able to convince the Liberian people. Because we have clearly seen that coalition or whatever it is, the CPP or the opposition has made it very clear that as it takes now, if you bring anybody closer to you from any other party, there is huge possibility that CDC government can use that person to destroy you. So CDC will not fight their own fight again. They will just look closer to you and see who is closer to you and just do what they're supposed to do and destroy you. So this is the game that's going on. So if we have to carry the party, whether you from UP, you have to be strong. You have to convince the Liberian people depend on your party and your people to win that election. But anything, if you wait for ANC, my brother, from the onset of the whole issue, ANC always play a role like he waiting for 2029.
Okay.
So that after George Weah second term, maybe the Southeastern people can say, okay, since we don't have anybody from the Southeast, let's go to the ANC to put this Alexander Kumi in power. It has always been his game.
So you mean the ANC is fighting a proxy war for Weah?
Exactly so. So the thing, the man has been clear on the issue. You understand? So even coming around now, my brother, there is no trust anymore.
Okay, thank you so much. So I don't know, Christina, I don't know whether you are actually. So let me just say this. Yeah, there's a terrible sound from one of us here. I mean, I don't know, Alfred, it is you? Yeah, try to mute, please. Okay, I mean, gentlemen, when you are a leader, it's good to delegate tasks to people. But again, if you delegate tasks to people, make sure you supervise that task. Don't just delegate tasks to people and just leave it at that. The person who wrote that speech for Mr. Cummings, I mean, I don't know whether it was a parable or an analogy, or I don't really know what that person meant. But I mean, you can't get collar. If you get collar to an old man to make a farm, it means that the entire village is going to starve. Look, let me tell you something. They say wise people, they say smart people rely on other people to do their job. Rarely will you really see, real smart people, they don't do their own work. So if somebody is old, the person has experience, the person is intelligent, you can rely on that person's experience in order to carry on a good farming activities, in order to carry on a good job. So how can you get an old man a colitis? Most of the time in the interior, do you see the old people with the colitis? No. Those are the people that just go and look at the texture of the soil. They will tell you whether the particular area is fertile for farming.
But the thing that Gabriel, I don't know if I can somehow interrupt a little bit. That's just a blanket statement that was made by Cummings. Gabriel, the country you and I live in, it is the old people, the older people are the one that feed in this country. When it comes to agriculture in South Korea, when it comes to agriculture in China, my brother, the people that are involved into agriculture in this country, they are in their 60s, 70s, 80s. I'm being very frank. You don't see no young folks into agriculture business in the country. They are all old folks. And you know how the people go about doing the thing? For example, you can work in government maybe, or work in the private area, and then maybe at the age of 60 that you get on pension. The next thing they find themselves doing is to get to the agricultural area. They go to the bank, take loan, and and start the agricultural business. You see the guy with different farms and what have you. My brother, in this
Thank you.
country, it is the older people. So the statement that was made by Comey talking about you cannot get the college on older men to make fun for the villagers. I mean, it's just a blanket statement that he himself does not even understand what he's talking about. Because then why is it that people say that before you plant a new map, you have to look at the old one?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my brother. Thanks. Okay, let's go to our sister. We'll stay on this Comey issue. Now let's go to her running mate. So as rumor has it that Alexander Comey is almost tying the knot with Liberty Party chair, political leader. So right now we are saying that Mr. Comey does not have a political constituent. So right now he's trying to rely on the political capital of Nyombli Kanga. What would that really mean for him, my sister? I mean, would that really resuscitate his base politically to make him strong and to even outshine the UP? What would that mean for him? And what would that say also about Nyombli Kanga if she actually, agreed to go with the ANC?
That would be one of the greatest mistakes that Senator Lawrence will make. She will actually dedrain her political career because Comey's looking at the fight within the Liberty Party. It came from the Comey's in. Belete started supporting Belete to see how best they could disarrange the whole Liberty Party. Now, Belete plan was successful that Nyombli shouldn't go as a running mate to Ambassador Joseph Yima Boaka, because Ambassador Joseph Yima Boaka will not see her as a potential running mate if the Liberty Party are not holding together. And that was successful. Their whole setup was very successful to the extent that she never ascended to that position. If out of desperation and greed, Senator Lawrence leave Ambassador Joseph Yima Boaka to go as running mate to Comey's that does not have a constituency. Nobody has a constituent. Don't get me wrong. She has a big constituency because the Bazoans are in 4 counties within Liberia. But she does not control all the people. So Comey should not see that as an opportunity for him to be an opportunist to run to Nyombli Kanga Lawrence and say the Bazoans will vote for me. The Bazoans are not crazy, they are wise people. They will choose they will select their choice very, very consciously. So Nyombli will not have that political capital if she goes to Alexander Comey's camp as a running mate. The Bazoans only supported her because they saw Ambassador Joseph Yima Boaka as a potential replacement for Ambassador George Manning Weah, and they feels that he has the experience, the capacity to alleviate poverty from within Liberia because he has that political experience for 42 years. Based upon his experiences, he can rally upon that to see how best he could live Liberia from this stage to another stage. So Senator Lawrence is making one of the greatest mistakes of her life. I strongly support Senator Lawrence. I love her because women are not fully represented when it comes to Liberian politics. We are minorities in politics. So when you see a woman ascend to that position, you should be supportive of your fellow woman, of her. But now she's moving in the wrong direction, and maybe it is speculation because I just saw ability. I show a speculation. Speculations are not facts. I pray that those speculations should not be facts, that she will be able to think wisely before going to Belete camp, because going to Comey's is like going to Belete camp, and Belete was the one who destroyed her potential seat of being a running mate to Ambassador Joseph Yima Boaka. So if she goes to an enemy camp, she should know the trap itself for her are already catch her.
Yeah, okay, but let's just play the devil advocate here. Why, if we say that, the camp that everybody expected her to be in, and she was not valued there. She was somehow not picked, and it left her with no options. She has the ambition. She wanted to be a VP.
So they make a remark that if Joseph Yuma Boaka Pico, Joseph Yuma Boaka Pico, she was supporting Joseph Yuma Boaka. So her statement is still on records that we all will hold her accountable for. So she should take
Come
that
again.
statement.
She said what? She said what?
If Joseph Ambassador Joseph Yuma Boaka select her or Joseph Yuma Boaka don't select her, she solely support Joseph Yuma Boaka bid for presidency. So she should take that into serious consideration and knows that words that have been used cannot be retrieved. That's why the old people say words are the two-edged sword. If you use it, do pierce the heart, you don't retrieve it. So you should be careful with how you use your words. It means your voice when you're talking. So she had already said that we all hold her to that obligation that she will support Ambassador Joseph Yuma Boaka if Joseph Yuma Boaka didn't pick her. We all felt disappointed, but our wounds are healed because we are looking at the bigger picture. The bigger picture of the whole thing is not self-interest. I think she was not looking at self-interest. She was looking at the bigger portion as Liberia. How Liberia is going trickle downward instead of going upward. So we all want Liberia to go back on the international scene as Liberia was. Having a trusted leader, that's why you saw Liberia was booming during Ellen Johnson because he have that capacity. She served in politics. So one communist can come from corporate war and comes to politics and feels that yes, or kind of president that is a formidable force. Nobody can sue him. He's proceeding wrongly. Then she looking at it and jumping behind him after he has masterminded the whole destroying of a past presidential bid.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much, my sister. So that's our sister. She said Nyobi Kanga cannot walk by on her statement, saying that if Joseph Numa Boakai chooses her or not, she stands with Joseph Numa Boakai for the sake of the country. So going to the CDC will be like, walking by on her statement, it will be disappointing and it will actually affect her political career. So let's go to my brother, Emmanuel Denuka. I mean, it is making rounds on Facebook. We are seeing, in fact, they are already branded Nyobi Kanga Fixer 2. Fixer 1 is Elisana B. Cummings, and Fixer 2 is Nyobi Kanga. So we have Rescue 1, which is Joseph Nyoma Boaka, Rescue 2, Jeremiah Bankun. Then we get Fixer 1, which is Elisana B. Cummings, Fixer 2, and it's Nyobi Kanga. So my question to you here is, what would Nyobi Kanga really mean to the ANC? Is it something that is going to resuscitate their base? Like they say, ANC does not have a political constituent, and everybody knows Nyobi Kanga is from that Basso side. And the Basso people, we just said in Monserrado, there are so many Bassolians there. You go in Margibi, then you go to Grand Basso, then you go to River Cess. So the Basso people make a huge population of our country. So Nyobi Kanga, that name alone, her father is a doyen of most of the thing within Grand Basso. When it comes to leadership, when it comes to administration, when it comes to schoolings, I think there's certain school they call Pillar of Fire, right? Abakanga, I think he was the proprietor of that particular school. So Nyobi Kanga, those are people who are well revered in Grand Basso County. So taking someone that Nyobi Kanga on the ANC, what would it mean for the ANC? And what would it mean for for the opposition? And also, will it be a threat to the UP? My brother, I just want you to analyze that ticket if Nyobi Kanga were to go to the ANC.
Yeah, Mr. Masakwe, let me tell you something. You see, one thing that we should understand, the position of Nyobi Kanga Lawrence is a very difficult situation. It has nothing to do with the Bazodian people. It has nothing to do with Joseph Boaka. It has nothing to do with Liberia. It only has one something. Nyobi Kanga need a political party back. that is her only interest for now. And it's just like a blackmail system. You will see Alexander Kumi, Kevin Webb call out this one, that one, but they had Yombli Kanga right in their palm. The senator will have to fight for her own life than to fight to save the entire Liberia. That is one thing for sure. In order for the senator to have value in the opposition bloc, she needs to have a political party. That is one thing that you and I, we discussed in the last show, that she was not chosen by Joseph Boakai because she never had the political party, or political party is in disarray, right?
No, but you know what? These people said they get a party to Musa Bedete, then or Nyombi Kanga tell the people. What? No,
she suspended from the party. That's what we know. And they have been in court for a very long period of time. And we know that Musa Bedete is the present leader for that party. But she also has the people. But now, in order to make the thing, and to make their party to come together and have a political party as one people, she will have one choice to go to the ANC. And if they reach to that agreement, she will be right to go there. She will be right to save herself and save her political party. Because in order for her to save Liberia, she has to save herself first. So it's a difficult situation. Now, this is where I'm telling you that the opposition have to be very careful with Alexander Kumi. Because CDC will use Alexander Kumi to destroy that opposition bloc, and he will still be hoping that 2029 he will be president of Liberia. So it's a difficult situation for Senator Yombli Kanga. Bro, there's no way, Mr. Masakwe, that she can just say, okay, yes, I'm willing to support Joseph Jima Boakai, and she draw on the train, the rescue train, and then she don't have a political party. And she stay in court fighting for a political party unity and what have you. But who knows that Alexander Kumi and they coming from the other end that look, if you come as a VP, we'll put you back on the party, we'll settle everything in the heart, this will happen and everything will be back on court. Remember, she's a woman.
Okay. So it means almost like a blackmail.
So it's a difficult situation. So it's not easy to say that, she will be right, to go with Joseph Boakai, or she will be wrong if she follow the ANC.
All right.
Remember, we are all human. Yeah.
So let's go to the CEO. CEO, I think you have been listening to us. Yombli Kanga, they want to choose her as the political backbone for ANC. What would that mean for the ANC if Yombli Kanga were to actually agree to stand by?
Well, Gabriel, one good thing, and there is a same statement as well when we are trying to attach the Bazolian to the Liberal Party. Some people get in a feeling, but they fail to realize that Liberal Party cannot stand over the Bazolian people. That's just very clear. Liberty Party is a symbol of the Bassa people. But when we make these statements, people, have some personal, issue with it. And that's just a fact. But let me just be very frank. The Bazolian, or those people who are against Yombli Kanga Lawrence accepting the offer from Alexander Cummings, I think they don't mean well for her. And trust me, I'm tired of my opinion. I think they don't mean well for this woman, and they don't mean well for the Liberty Party. Because even if Yombli Kanga Lawrence decide to support Joseph Boakai and do not accept the offer right now, she will still be standing on her own without the Liberty Party being attached to her. But with the discussion now ongoing, if she accepts the offer, she will still be awarded her position back to her. And with the internal conflict that they have, they will be able to settle it. So we are talking about unity here. And you are saying the woman should not accept the offer. So why if she don't accept the offer, how can the Liberal Party have unity? Remember, the court process in our country is very long. These people have been to NEC, later to the Supreme Court. Now the Supreme Court I tell them now they should start the case all over again.
Now, CEO,
So
there's the rumor that Musa Belete clearly told Alexander Cummings that if ever he want to pick or he decides to pick Nyombili Kanga, he should pick her as a senator and not as political leader of the Labour Party.
my brother, that's
So
a rumor that you don't have facts to. But remember, these people even met Ellen Johnson Sally on the 5th of May. They met Ellen, I think it was on Friday. That was Darius Dillon, that was Ellen himself, and that of Yomli Kanga Lawrence. And I think Musa Belete, they met Ellen, and that's a discussion that has been ongoing, that she should accept the offer. My brother, you see what you guys fail to realize, or what the United Party people fail to realize? It's just very simple. This woman that you said she don't know book, you want a woman anymore. You decide to go marry somebody who know book. And then another man decided to take the woman. Why are you having problem with it? What's the issue? People having problem with it right now. The United Party people, they have serious issue with it right now. They want to make the woman a campaign manager for their campaign coming in October 10th. And then look at the two positions. Going as a vice senate bearer to Alexander Cummings and being a campaign manager for United Party. Which one is more valuable? And trust me,
but you listen to our sister. You listen to our sister CEO. Our sister said that
my brother, those people that are against Yomli Kanga Lawrence to go as a vice senate bearer to Alexander Cummings, they don't mean well for her. I'm being very frank. They don't mean well for her. I think what best I expect from them is to be talking about how this Liberty Party can come back in form. Liberty Party right now have a faction like we had a Unimo J, the Unimo K. That's how the Liberty Party is right now. So I think
the point
I
is,
think what they fail to realize that Yomli Kanga Lawrence accept the offer. Remember, she's still the standard bearer for the Liberty Party. So nobody should tell you that Belete said this or Belete said that. No. The agreement here is that once she accepts, at the end of the day, they will go back on the drawing table and she still becomes the political leader of the party. That's the position she's going to hold. So what the big deal in it? You don't want peace. I don't want your political party back.
So you mean
for fracture again because Musa Belete will craft another fracture at the end of the day to persuade her to another side.
No, you don't. You know that you see that there is a problem that we're having with you people. Allow the people to sit on the table your first and settle their first things. Start thinking about future problems. So you guys are the one that causes problem now. Why were you start thinking about future problems? Solve the one that before you right now. Solve them first and put all the necessary mechanisms in place to unite the political party.
Hello, gentlemen. We're gonna talk.
You don't want to unite your political party. You guys don't mean no well. I mean, you guys mean nothing good for Yomli Kanga Lawrence. Seriously, you don't mean anything good for her.
Okay, thank you so much, CEO. Thank you so much. So, welcome to our brother Alpha Konowa. They're from Iowa or where. So, I would like to say welcome, our brother. So, you are hearing it right now. Rounds are all on Facebook. I mean, that Yomli Kanga is poised to go as VP to Alexander B. Cummings. What would that really mean for the ANC? Would it be a game that is going to resuscitate the base of the ANC, knowing that, I mean, everybody know that ANC don't really have a political constituent, and Yomli Kanga coming from the Bassa Belt? I mean, what would that really mean for her? Would that be a very good decision? Because she said if JMB choose her, JMB not choose her, she stand with JMB. And now if she go to Cummings, I mean, she's walking back on that decision. I mean, what would that mean for her political career? And what would it also mean for the ANC and the opposition as well?
Thank you, Gabriel. On previous show, I've said it repeatedly that there were mistakes made during the formation of the CPP. Mm-hmm. And what continues to repeat itself is the fact that most of these political leaders are failing to own up to the mistakes that were made. Mm-hmm. During the formation of the CPP, they now went through all the formalities and they started declaring their intention as to who they were going to support. Now, when things start to shift, it was difficult for them to come back. As a result, the CPP split. There is a big gap between our mistakes that they made in terms of giving their support, whether it was for Baka or Kumi, they made a lot of mistakes, and those mistakes are the ones that are haunting them right now. So in the case of Yomli Kanga Lawrence as a political leader, in fact, historically, the Liberty Party has always been known for being very individualistic when it comes to giving support. We saw that in 2006. We saw that in 2017. We saw that in 2011. There were individuals who were giving support. In fact, if you remember 2017, the party chairman.
You made them go their separate ways.
The party chairman, they always go their separate way. In 2017, we saw the party giving support to CDC.
Yeah, Benson.
And we saw other people going to the Unit Party. So that party has been known for going separate way when it comes to, giving support in second round of election. But now let's talk about the position Yomli Kanga is in right now in terms of whether or not she will survive her political career. She's in a difficult position because of the mistakes she made, and she has to own up to it. She has to own up to it and recognize that she's heading an institution, and go back on the drawing board to make a decision based on the institution structure. It should not be individualistic. She made mistake. Darrell made mistake to open her mouth early in the formation of the CPP to say they're supporting Joseph Boakai. Now, where they are now, they need to publicly own up to that mistake and say we made mistake. We're not supposed to announce who won that in a
So from your own analysis now, who is the institution supporting? Because you said they should make decision based on the institution. Who is the institution standing behind?
Now,
is it
this is what I'm saying.
United Party?
During the formation of the CPP, we expected that they would speak with one voice. Speaking with one voice come from the institution. It will not be that Yomli Kanga giving support somewhere else, then the political hierarchy giving support somewhere else. It was going to be a one voice. That mistake they made of giving their support individually broke the party. Now, what I expect for my sister to do is to own up to the mistake and go back to the drawing board and sit down with the party chairman and say, look, let's have an executive committee meeting, and whatever the decision will be, I stand by that decision. You understand? Yes, that's the only way she will be able to survive. But to say, oh yeah, she going to put me as vice president, in fact, it will be a very big mistake, because you know what? If she does not succeed, she only have one thing, because the people will be very angry with her. She only have that one thing, and once that term is finished in 2029, she's done.
But one thing you fail to realize, Alfred, the thing that you fail to realize is this: even if Joseph Boakai and that of the CDC go to second term, trust me, they will still need Yombi and Cummings vote. They will still need it, because if the thing that they will not need Yombi and Cummings vote, they cannot win election in Liberia. Trust me. Because a Yomli and Cummings decide not to support the CDC, there will be a veteran of a CDC. So they will still need them. They will still need them.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Yeah,
the ANC is noted of pulling away. They are noted of pulling away from supporting any individual candidate in the election.
Yeah, the ANC does not get direction.
That will happen in this election. The ANC will pull away, and they will only tell our supporters, say, go out there and vote for whoever you want to vote for, but we're not giving support to anybody. Owing to the fact that the better agreement that we saw within the CPP that kept people to vote. Let me tell you, people are not willing to apologize for the mistake they make. They better never will go into the election, and I guarantee you, when we go to second round, the ANC, because we know they will not go anywhere.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So let me go to my sister.
The ANC will not get support to the United Party. The United Party will be You understand? So we know that.
Let me go to my sister.
I'm praying for that my sister will go back to the party and see how better they can come together, and so she can have political relevance. Other than that,
thank you.
She done.
Thank you, Konowa. So let me go to my sister there from Grand Bassa. Sorry if I try to tribalize it, but I just want you to be identified anyway. So let me go to my sister there. I know. Yeah, I'm trying to analyze this issue. I mean, where they say they are trying to form an arrangement that, okay, come and support Kumi, and definitely you'll have your party back. And for a very long time, we are seeing Kumi's and Musa Belete being in some kind of alignment. They are, I mean, Musa Belete has given all his support to Kumi's. So could this be a premeditated issue between Kumi's and Musa Belete to say keep the people in court, keep them hostage, keep the party hostage, where we can compel or normally to be on our side before she actually get her freedom, before we actually allow her, because right now normally it's actually suffocating. She's suffocating. She does not have a party. Her party right now, it is not in her control. Even though we can say she has to.
My man, you guys not being fair to Mr. Cummings. Why you want to drag Mr. Cummings in the Liberty Party affairs when Belete is the chairman that conduct the affair of the party? What was done, it was something that was done holistically. Why you want to include Mr. Cummings into the thing? Mr. Cummings is not part of it.
Mr. Cummings was leaving from America and coming to Liberia, right? And he walked directly to the Liberty Party headquarters.
Because he was invited there. He did not go there by himself, Gabriel. He was invited.
Political leader told him, "You are not invited," and he made his way and entered the party. And they respected
my man, the man was invited. He was invited by the chairman and the executive committee. You see, that's one of the major problems that Liberty Party had over the period of time, and that's one of the things that Belete have been working hard on to be able to get rid of. That political leader will have the supreme voice over the party. That's wrong. When the executive committee make a decision, that decision should stand.
The political leader and the chairman, who is more powerful?
Gabriel, the executive committee is powerful than the chairman and the political leader.
The political leader said you are not invited. And
the political leader, she's not the owner of the party. That is the problem. That's the major problem they have in the party. That's why breaking down the Liberty Party today.
Do you see anything that conniving between
there was nothing that conniving, Gabriel.
Brother, I'm not asking you. I mean, yeah, you cannot just wait now. Yeah.
Oh no, I thought you were asking me. Sorry, man. I thought you were asking me. Sorry.
Yeah, not asking you, bro.
Okay, sorry, man. I didn't get it. I'm sorry.
You were on fire.
Okay, thank you. So, my sister, I mean, do you see anything? I mean, some kind of conniving and backstabbing, and some kind of arrangement between Musa Belete and Cummings to say that keep the party hostage and compare the woman to come on our side, because that's what we are hearing now. Say if you support Cummings, then definitely you take control of the party. You go to Joseph Numa Boakai, definitely you'll be going as an individual. I mean, what are you analyzing?
The first thing, I want to thank you for recognizing me as a Baswin.
Oh, okay. I thought you were offended by that.
I'm so proud of it, and I can stand up for Basel wherever I am.
I only our man. What do you ask me? Tell you for Nima, you can say I'm not Nima man. I Congo man. They may you can deny your own error. To go ahead, my sister.
So, Senator Lawrence going to ANC is a disaster. It's disaster for her political bid. She should stay to where she are right now and see how best she can build up her political career more and build her defense from there. Because the trap was already set for her not being a fast running mate to Ambassador Joseph Yima Boaka, and was masterminded by the ANC state bearer, and all the people who left Liberty Party, they went to Cummings. When I first started, all the people from the Ben Stanville to the Wu, every one of them, to the Charlie Bronski, every one of them went, they started supporting the ANC. So in the ANC, I see the ANC as an instrument of divisiveness within the Liberty Party. So when she going to ANC, she adjusts her enemies who have been victorious of her not being the vice running mate to Ambassador Joseph Yima Boaka has just succeeded. Because she knows anywhere, Cummings does not have a constituency, looking for people who has a constituency, want to use her popularity. So if she going to Alexander Cummings because of her popularity, Alexander Cummings got somebody who carry her to court within his party, which is Musa Belete. Musa Belete had already destroyed the Liberty Party. My brother said going to ANC will help to unify the Liberty Party, but I see that as a weapon of divisiveness within the Liberty Party. I don't see that as a unifying body. One reason why I don't see that as a unifying body, because whenever Belete wants to have his will done, he will always bring divisive politics again, a mastermind and undermine Senator Lawrence, and Senator Lawrence will be in disaster. At the end of the day, his will be done. Then he pull her to wherever side he want her to be. And that is wrong. And that is wrong. She should see that as an instrument of divisiveness, not an instrument of unifying the Liberty Party. The Liberty Party will not be united going to Alexander Cummings. The fact that within the Liberty Party is an inner fact that if even doing and Councillor Charles Walker Bronski, the late Councillor Charles Walker Bronski turn as a political leader for Liberty Party and a founder for Liberty Party, he has principles. When he said, I'm not going that side, he will not go that side. So she being a political leader who was undermined by the ANC and their standard bearer, going back to the ANC because she's so desperate, she want to be a running mate at all costs. At the end of the day, she did dream her strong potential of being a future leader of Liberia.
Thank you so much. So let's go to the CEO. So, I mean, you already listened to our sister. She said by going to the ANC will almost be that, I mean, normally it's going to realign, re-amalgamate forces with, I mean, the people who are already sabotage her and make her to look, I mean, with our party. I mean, she has no party right now. People that deny her from going as a VP to Joseph Newman Boaka because she really stood the chance if only she had a party. I'm told that that's one of the reasons for which the party actually, put her aside because she never had a party. So, I mean, what do you have to say about our sister's analysis?
Gabriel, I said very clearly from the beginning, right? These are some of our sisters. She's one of those people who don't mean well for Yombi Kanga Lawrence. And I'm saying this without biting my tongue, They don't mean well for this woman. How can you tell me that this woman, when she aligned with the United Party, and then she will have prominent? If she aligned with the United Party, she will be able to still possess the position that she had. And all of these things here with the Belete issue, I don't know why you gotta keep getting the ANC involved into this. ANC had no control over what happened with the Liberty Party. The Liberty Party issue is something that's been going on a long time between the chairman and that of the political leader. When Belete was giving Dara Zedan $20,000 United dollars to run his campaign, did the ANC know about it? Did the ANC have idea on that? When Belete was also helping to sponsor Yombi Kanga re-election, did the ANC know about it? Belete had no connection with the ANC. The only connection that Belete began to have with the ANC is what when they had the CPP. We all know the CPP were comprised of 4 political parties. And what happened? When the issue of the court case arrived, what happened? 2 political parties withdrew. That was the ARP and that of the United Party. They withdrew from the CPP. The ANC decided to stay. Likewise, the Liberal Party decided to stay. But like Black said from the onset, I think they were organized, but Afro said from the onset, from the foundation of the CPP, political leaders already started taking side. So when United Party withdraw from the CPP, which of course Dara Zedo and Yombi Kanga already vowed to support Joseph Juma Braga, they decided to go their own separate ways too. So why you keep putting Alexander coming into the whole Liberty Party crisis?
Yeah, because
when Dara Zedo, when Steve Zago was the chairman of the Liberty Party and Dara Zedo, they went for the convention and they took Steve Zago for that position. Were ANC part of the convention?
CEO, let me say this.
But ANC the one that made the decision that Bellette should be the chairman for the Liberal Party. Why you keep putting ANC into this issue? What is happening with the Liberal Party? It is among themselves. And I think it is a good idea that is right now on the table for them to unite so that this woman can become more prominent as a senator and a political leader for the Liberal Party.
Can I ask you a question? Let's say there's a problem between you and your little brother, right? And the both of you are in the same house. Instead of me coming to mediate or be a peacemaker, I mean, it's almost that I take upon myself, I want to come to your house. Your little brother invited me to the house, and I want to come. You, as the older brother, you said, no, don't come to the house. You, as the older brother, but I defiantly walk to the house and disobey your rule. Am I being a peacemaker or I'm trying to intensify the problem? How will you take me?
Gabriel, the example that you just gave is far, very far from the scenario of the Liberal Party. What you fail to realize is this: the chairman. What you fail to realize. Okay, for example, what you fail to realize is this: why if I'm coming. You give an example of my late brother and I. So why if, for example, it was my parents who agree or who decide for you not to come, because the parents are like the executive committee for the Liberal Party. The executive committee are the one that had the final say for the Liberal Party, not the political leader or the chairman. So if Mr. Cummings was being invited based on order from the executive committee, who are you only gonna learn to say don't come there? Why you not looking at the fact?
Listen to me now, but man, let's take for example. So
you can bring it closer.
The political leader. The political leader is more supreme.
So why are you not taking into consideration of the executive committee?
So the executive committee is comprised by the political leader.
Yeah.
The political leader is the head of the executive committee. So the executive committee is not powerful than the political leader. Because the political leader is only part of the executive committee.
Amen. How you say that executive committee is not powerful than the political leader? When the executive committee can make a decision, a holistic decision, they can make decision. Even in the absence of the political leader, the executive committee can make decision and not decision.
Let's take a break. We'll be right back, gentlemen.
How will you say that? Don't say that, my sister.
No, you should say that.
Let's take a minute.
Because
I waive my privilege as a mayor, and when you accuse, you are innocent until proven guilty. So those who have accused me, it was on the other side, it would have been Councilor Fredo going to the police station and revealing the facts. But he didn't do that because I knew it was political in nature. So I availed myself and I went there. And I'm very concerned today since I went there at the line of time and cooperated with the police and all the investigation to the extent that they have realized. And that's why we think the police, the justice ministry, we think it's fair enough. Not just about Jefferson Project. There are a lot of Liberians who believe and they want to get to the bottom of these things. And I think it's fair enough that the case must be reviewed and the perpetrator must be brought to board.
Aaron, answer your question.
I just want to ask you something.
You said,
you see a press conference. You want to disturb, you can disturb.
I will tell them to you. You might not be able to tell me that conscience. The two top senators of the country, including the father of the country, they want to hear from me. So I call upon all of them to join the Land Rescue One, JMB, Joseph M. Boyka, and whoever he will pick. If he picks Kwame, we will support. If he picks Kung, hallelujah, let everybody come out. This 28th day of the month, let everybody come out and fill the streets when the program will be held. That's what I'm calling for. We are not for
thank you so much for joining us again. This is the Diaspora Talk, where we discuss issues of concern. So very soon we'll be dropping the number, and if you want to participate, you can call the numbers. So I don't know what Alfred is here. I mean, we can try to use his number for our US callers. So CEO, can you just please, I don't know where we can read some comments and we'll see something before going to the second topic.
Yeah, it makes sense. Let me see if I can try from my end here to read out some comment, and I just hope have everything is right here. Okay. Fabio to get okay. I'm seeing one Ansu Tanga. He says some of these ANC folks have talked issues with all the years some spent abroad. Cummings was seen many days accompanied ability to quote hearing against Senator Lawrence. Okay, I think that's what he meant. No rule was disobeyed. There was a document signed initially that it was okay to use each other party headquarters. Okay, I think it's the issue of Cummings when he went to out of the other party headquarters. Then Bele Bangba. Sorry, I don't pronounce the name rightly. He said, "UCU, I don't think you know what you are talking about." Okay, you know what you're talking about, my brother. Yes, the ANC knew about that. Okay, I think the same guys keep repeating. He said, Honorable Lawrence, go with the ANC. She is done. Then Ansu Tanga said, exactly. We go again to Ansu Tanga. He said that would be ANC and LP business if they decide to support the CDC in the second round, meaning the Liberian people know who's in their favor. Joseph T. Da. He says, watching from Yango, Yame. And Blawa Henny say, are you saying the Bassa people will vote a Prince Johnson prodigal over Senator Lawrence? Okay, then I think they just commenting back to back here. And then Jacob Lawrence said, left-hand junk, meaning garbage. Okay, that was Cummings. And then, okay, I think I seen a repeated comment here. So that's what we have for now, Gabriel. Gabriel, are you there? Yeah, we just have repeated comment. So
okay, thank you so much, CEO. Thank you so much, CEO. So if you want to call, these are the numbers. You can call them +82 10 808 You can call that WhatsApp, and also you can call directly 01057974144. Those are the numbers you can participate. So, gentlemen,
you can also pin the comment, the numbers in the comment section, Gabriel. It will be easy for some people to get it from there too.
Okay, I will do that. Okay, so gentlemen, our second topic has to do with Henry Costa. So Henry Costa has been very silent, very, very much silent, and it's surprising to more people. Many people are very surprised because they know how the Henry Costa we know is an animated, very motivational man who does not keep quiet, especially when anything has when it has to do with his conviction, when it has to do with his interests, it has to do with him, Henry Costa. He will come out, he will talk, but he's been quiet. I mean, conspicuous, this quiet. And in this quietness, people are bringing, I mean, there are informations. People are saying Henry Costa. Okay. Come on, 1 minute, gentlemen.
Yeah, Henry Costa Jumbo, we're listening to you, man. Go ahead.
No, I'm not Henry Costa Jumbo. So, gentlemen, okay. So
now, I'm glad that Costa is trying to listen to some of these days. The episode of us we gave me a call, across the board. Yeah, a hint of was is quite sufficient, man. Yeah, man.
Okay. So he has been conspicuously silent, and it is surprising to more people. I saw on Facebook page. I mean, people are actually, sometimes when you are so animated, so motivational, I mean, sometimes people, I mean, if you're always in people's face, sometimes, I mean, man, I mean, go sit down somewhere, go sit down somewhere. When you go sit down again, then they say, my man, we're missing you, come back, we're missing you, come back. So that's what's happening now to Henry Costa. People are, I mean, think, where is the man? Or what is happening?
Who are those people?
My brother. Now people are asking every day about Henry Costa.
Who are those people, my man? When you got people asking about the man lost? The man lost?
My man, don't go ahead and talk about Henry Costa.
But the man lost, people will be looking for him. The man lost.
Listen to me. So it is surprising to more people. But the news we are hearing is that Henry Costa wants to go back and run as president of Liberia. He has the ambition. He believes he can become a president and he wants to get in the race. My question to you guys is, how would that mean for his political career? Or how would that mean for Joseph Nyeman Boakai to see a bigger propagandist, a man who has branded him, resuscitated his base, made him more appealing in the public, coming by to run independently on his own? Gentlemen, I think there's a sign over there. It's too distorting. Yeah. It should be you. Yeah.
Afra, right?
Yeah. How would that mean for Joseph Nyeman Boakai and also for the opposition and also for
the thing is just simple.
I mean, hold on. Let me start the other conversation.
Yeah. That
give chance to Alfred.
Let me start the other conversation. First of all, I want to say this to you that I love the brother. I love Henry Costa. I love his energy, but he's overly ambitious. If I were to see Henry Costa today, I would give him the book Things for a Part for him to go and read, so that he can learn.
Excuse me, brother. What do you mean overly ambitious? Is that not his right to run for the presidency? That is inalienable right.
My man, that your baby boy is speaking now. You're talking about. I said that man he overly ambitious. You can't be overly ambitious like that. When you rush, you will crush. You understand? Look at the political. Look at all that brand political field. Tell me, for God's sake, who in a position right now, aside from communists who that we can call just scam, right? That don't have no government experience. Who in a picture that you know that don't have no government experience? Let me coming from there. Because coming from the corporate world, we all know. Tell me, Henry Costa does not have government experience. The things that when you sit on the radio and talk whole day, you have that game of talking, it mean that you understand how government run. It doesn't work like that. The first thing the brother tried to be representative, the first time, he failed. When he failed, he was disappointed. He cost all and I voted for him. You understand? He get out, he said he want to be senator. We said, okay, well, maybe we'll try him to be senator. Let's see how he will be senator. I don't know what happened. I mean, Ben, you were about beginning to be your vice president. We'll support you with money, you'll be vice president. They say here around to tell that he's not mature enough. To say,
stop talking things that you don't know about. How you say Ben you support the man?
My man, we know Ben you supported the man that why they carry him in a group that will say, oh, he will be vice president. Because Ben you getting money. They want to fool Mr. Parker with money. And Mr. Parker too wise enough to understand how politics run. So you're not going to look at the money and
the question here is that what would it mean for Henry Costa's career and also for Joseph
I'm going to it. I don't want to let you know.
Go ahead. We don't have time. Go ahead.
He's supposed to start from somewhere to build up his governmental experience. That's what I'm telling you. If Henry Costa tried today, his political career died. He will be that people there. He will be that people there. You follow the history of Tipote in Liberian politics. He will just be that. I will just know him to be the political pundit that understand everything. Nobody else reach to him. At the end of the day, he will not get one political relevant in our country moving forward. The only thing I'm asking right now,
if he were to run today, I mean, are you saying that he cannot win?
He will not win. He will not even get 10. He will not even get 7. He will not even get 10. I am telling you. Don't even try to make the feel that he got a political leverage. He doesn't have any political mileage. He will not even try it. The only thing he can do right now is to swallow the pills because they already fool him. He got already excited that he can be vice president. They fool him now. The papa free teaching him, man. The only thing he can do is to put his hand together and go and say, Papa, I'm sorry for what I did to you in the past. Please, let's work together. Let's work together and let's see when the Papa become president, we can get him one governmental position where he will start learning how government politics, where the in-depth reality of politics in government. He don't know it. He just sit down ready and talk to it. That thing ain't help you.
Thank you so much, my brother. You fail to know that this is a man that studied.
Mr. Bwaka and say, Mr. Bwaka, sorry for all the issue I gave you before. Let's work together. Please, let's work together and just show him more and work with the Papa and get all the support that he can get the Papa for Papa to be the next president of Liberia. That's the only thing I will save in 2029. Because even in most of our country right now, the senatorial position that we're talking about, he can be Sir Joseph.
Thank you.
He
Thank you so much.
He can be Sir Joseph, even the senatorial position we're talking about.
They make him go as VP, they make him go as president, they make him go as senator. So I mean that. So it means that for you, Henry Costa has no political capital. That's why you are telling us right now. Okay. Thank you so much. So let's go to, our brother hasn't spoken for a very long time. Emmanuel Denuka. You already listened to it. Henry Pedro Costa, one of the most branded, politicians right now in our country. Everyone is anticipating, a voice. Everybody want to listen to him. And speculation has it that he want to run out as for the presidency. What would that mean for all of us, for everyone in the opposition that want to make sure we are a one-term president? And also, what would that mean for his career? My brother Emmanuel Denuga.
Okay, thank you, Gabriel. Mazakwe. Gabriel, we had a conversation with Costa for some time on the same Diaspora Talk. So from our engagement, I personally understand that Henry Costa had two faces when it comes to activities like maybe politics or private life and other things. Henry Costa appeared in two faces. When he talking about advocacy or politics, he sounds different, but he's a very cool guy. He's very cool. He's a person that is down to earth. So Henry Costa can operate in that two-face. If he lose the political era where he will want to be this, because people see me as this, people see me as their hero, as this, as that, there is a value of Henry Costa. That Henry Costa can work with people. Henry Costa can remain mute and become very important to the society without even going on radio to talk. Henry Costa can work in an institution and produce a lot of value. It is there. But he needs somebody very close to him, or somebody that he can listen to, or somebody to make him understand that there is still something you have. Very important. Then this one that people talking about VP, talking about this, because look, let me tell you something, my brother. You see Bago Matthew, you see Tipotier, you see George Weah, you see Joseph Boaka, you see Prince Johnson. Even if they die, God forbid, if they leave this earth, Liberia remain, there will be the new generation that will be coming or will be taking the place of Joseph Boaka, acting the George Weah, acting the Bago Matthew, acting the Tipotier continuously. It will not be the first time and will not be the end. People will always take the place of other political leaders. They will act in that place. So,
okay, so you mean all the political leaders will replicate themselves. There will be people who will come and behave like that and also take that space. So who is Henry Costa going to? Who space?
Exactly. So Henry Costa have to make a decision. He have to make a decision, and a very mature one. Look, in government, we don't just have only maybe 10 jobs or 2 jobs, president and vice president. They have so many jobs. They have so many places. Like I said earlier, Henry Costa is a very calm person. Look, when we invited Henry Costa on the show, you know, the few times we have conversation with him, I realized that look, the guy is a very cool guy. Apart from all the other things that we'll be talking, oh, George Weah this, George Weah that, he can act in a place that he can work in an institution, he can produce a lot of value. So this is the time that let me tell you something. Gabriel,
so what's your advice to him? I know you are said many things. What's your advice to him? Let me
say this. I don't really have to advise Henry Costa right now. Because what I have to say to you, Gabriel, my brother Gabriel Masakwe, is this. Henry Costa had nothing to say right now. Let me be frank with you. He has nothing in mind. He has nothing in mind. And like when you want to say something, but you have nothing to say. You understand? Like you just hoping on something, and then you just miss it, and you think that all is lost. But so only somebody need to be very close to Henry Costa that he can listen to. This is the time in the life of a man where woman is very important. In every man's life, when it reached to this point, bro, in Korea we've been in a political, and like our community stuff and other things. Yeah. This is the importance of a woman. That they would say, oh man, you need to get married, man, you need to have a fiancé, you need to have a girlfriend. All right. There will always be a point in the life of a man where your woman will say, look, you know what? Calm down. This is this. This is that. Do it this way, do it that way. And you need good woman closer to you to give you the type of advice. And of course, then I need to be listening to anybody who will come and say, go for president, go for this one. Let me tell you, Gabriel, to be a president in Liberia or in any country, it's not like a talk show host where people will be giving you money. When you say this, then somebody can say, oh, don't talk bad about me. Let me give you this one. See, Alexander Kumi, you need now to start building schools. You need to start giving money for projects. You need to start, spending money on your political party, lobbying to get money. So, Henry Costa is prepared to take that route. Is he prepared?
Thank you so much. I listen to you. Thank you so much. Okay, let's go to our CEO. You already listened to us.
Let's get from our sister, brother. Then I can go after her because I think two guys spoke. Let's hear from her.
Okay.
Yeah, you will close everything.
I can close everything. You are muted. You are muted, Christina. Christina, you are muted. You are muted. So I mean. Okay, thank you so much. You listen to our brother. He said right now, this the time. I mean, Henry Costa really need something like Jew because the whole situation is like a complex decision. You need to rally heads. You need to talk with people. You need to brainstorm to come up with the right idea to know whether what is really in your mind. It is really realistic or not realistic. Henry Costa wants to run as president. What would that mean for his future? What would that mean for Joseph Newman Boakai? What would that mean for people in the opposition? You are muted. Christina, you are muted. We can hear you. Hello. Okay, see you go on. While Christina is trying to face her marks.
No, just go off and come back on. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, go on, see you.
You know, Gabriel, the thing is that we should understand. Henry Costa is a Liberian. Henry Costa, I think, has passed the age because there are few qualifications if you want to contest for the presidency in our country. It has to do with age. It has to do with age also. Henry Costa, I want to believe he have a home in Liberia. Yeah. So it is his fundamental right as a citizen of Liberia. You said?
Where home at?
The man have a home. I want to believe so.
I mean, no harm. I just asking questions.
I don't know. But I'm just saying I want to believe. I don't know, but I want to believe that he has a home in Liberia because those are some of the qualifications before you can, run for such seat. You might have a home. You must, be of certain age and
Put the
have
nail
good
on the head,
records in
see,
the
let's go.
country, and I
No
think
time.
so. So, you said?
No time. Put a nail on the head.
But all the one you're doing, you're not taking my time, now, brother.
But go ahead, man.
Yeah, because I'm talking and you got keep interrupting, so you keep taking my time.
Protect the CEO. I beg you.
You know, it is the fundamental right of Henry Costa to declare his intention. So nobody should come in and say, "Oh, Henry Costa will be wrong for XYZ." But the only thing here is the timing, because if Henry Costa declare right now that he want to be president of the country, the timing, people will look at it will be like, because he was frustrated by Joseph Boaga not picking him, so it is a revenge. Trust me, I could support Henry Costa if this intention was long time on the table. Long time on the table. I could support him. But with that time, the timing is wrong. Just after you are being rejected by Joseph Boaga, and then now you want to, declare your intention that you want to contest this coming election as a presidential candidate, I think the timing is wrong. So my honest advice I can give to you, Henry Costa, as a friend, as a brother, the timing is wrong. You can do that another time, but this time around, trust me, you may not get the support that people want to give you. You have the numbers out there. I don't want to doubt it, because you may have 50,000 people that will vote you tomorrow, 100,000 people that will vote you tomorrow. But those numbers, it will just be a waste of numbers, my brother. So it is not a bad thing. It is your right, but the timing is wrong. That's just my honest comment on that. The timing is wrong, because Henry Costa is qualified, even though he has not have a lot of leadership experience in our governing body in our country. That's for sure. And as times go by, he could go through all of those things. People go to leadership school to learn a lot of things. He's qualified on the line. He have a master degree, and you have the age, you have a home, and XYZ thing. But some other thing he's still in the work.
What should he do now? What should Henry Costa do now? What would be your advice to him?
Gabriel, just clear, like I said, the timing now for him to declare to run as a presidential candidate is wrong. So the best he can do now is to support the Jodobo that he talked about. That he supported Jodobo. Okay. That would be very fine for him right now. Then for him to declare his intention, trust me, he will still have the number of people will support him. Even he can come with $1 billion in Liberia right now, and start to spread money all around the corridors in our country. It was still not helping to become successful, because right now we are all seeing the direction the wind is going. Yeah, so he need to go through that. He need to follow that same direction, and trust me, it will help him to become more prominent. And with this, when this happens, people now will try to realize that Henry Costa is at least building himself to have some political maturity. Because looking at the frustration already, and you still coming back to support him, man, trust me, people will realize that this guy is growing. And, he's getting there.
Are you surprised by his silence?
No, I'm not surprised by his silence. You know why I'm not surprised by his silence? Because, like I often said, a true leader will do less talking and more listening. So this shows that he's listening more and not talking. So I'm not surprised. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Okay. But I just feel that, yes, he has started, to accept some of the pieces of advice I've been giving on the social media to him. So it shows to me that he has been listening to some of us and at least taking it in. And that's one of the best things.
But Gabriel, Mr. Masako, I don't think that Henry Costa being silent is a mature thing that he's doing, or is a leadership role that he plays. He just don't have anything to say. I just want for you to understand that you don't have anything to say.
Let's go to our sister Christina Fuller. I mean, you already know what we are talking about. What's your view about Henry Costa's silence, and what would be your advice to him if he's thinking about running as president? What would be your advice to him?
I would say that Henry Costa is actually running. If a child is born, they have stages in life. The Almighty Creator know why He gave those stages. You got to learn how to sit, how to crawl, walk before you run. But Henry Costa is just learning how to walk and he starts to run. Automatically, if you start learning how to walk and you start to run, you will definitely fall. So it is not good for he's overly ambitious, as Alfred stated. He's overly ambitious. He should start from somewhere. The first thing, contemporary Liberia politics, Costa have not understood it from that perspective. How to govern Liberia is something that somebody from within the inner cycle of governance will know that these people, if I do this, the corrupt people will do this one. If I do this one, people that understand the actual politics of veteran that Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf still said corruption was something that was within her government and she owed up to it. So what's about a Henry Costa who having served in no governmental position? A Henry Costa who don't have the level of experience. A Henry Costa who just sits on a talk show and talk and feels he understand the contemporary Liberian politics. Coming today to say he wants to run. I just pray that the speculation should not be facts, because it is destroying to his political ambition. It's destroying to his political future. Henry Costa should start from somewhere, build that constituents. If Henry Costa couldn't win a representative bid, what really coming to his mind that he could win a presidential bid? Henry Costa is loved by majority of the people because the way he advocates, his advocacies have led him to prominence. Yes, we understand it from that perspective, but has he served in government? Does he know Liberia like that? Has he
my sister, I want to ask you, yeah? I really want to ask you. You said something, and you said if Henry Costa goes or he just remain adamant to run as a president, it will be a disadvantage, or it will be very, very much dangerous to a political career or future career. Is it that it will be dangerous because he want to run and because that's a constitutional right, or it will be dangerous because he'll be going against Boakai? Which one? I mean, which one will really make it dangerous?
It is not dangerous because he will be going against Boakai. It is dangerous because he has not built that constituency. He has not sold himself enough to be that figure that people can count on, that people can say, yes, this man will be able to alleviate corruption from Liberia or minimize corruption on a minimum level. He's not built to that extent. So he will just be destroying his future, his political future. Because if you run like Tipote, you run today, you lose it, you run today, you lose it, you feel that you can make it, and you keep running and keep losing, keep running and keep losing. Your prestige will be dropping. That prestige, that anxiety, that energy will start to deplete because you didn't wait for the rightful time. We saw Kennedy Sandy in Liberia. If money can win anything, to say, oh, Benny Nigeria will give him X amount of dollars that will help him. He got that report, international rapport connections that can do funds raising for him. At the end of the day, he have millions of dollars to put in the election. It will just be something that he will waste resources because the time is not appropriate for him.
Thank you so much, my
sister. The timing is not appropriate. Henry Costa should work around working in government. As he came closer to becoming a representative, he should forge from that end, forge his political career from that end to see how best or support a political party and see how best he could become something like minister or something and serve in that position that people will see that this man has held this position. The corruption that he had preached over a year, indeed, he came to government and still prove himself that he can work within a corrupt circle.
Thank you so much. So +8210 808 90335. That's the WhatsApp number. 010 579744144. That's the number you can call directly. So you can call right now if you want to participate on the show. We talk about the ANC. Right now, we are talking about Costa's ambition. So, gentlemen, with that being said, let me come in and give my candid advice to Henry Costa as his own, political ideologue. This is a man I have followed for a very long time. There's something just made me glued to the guy, man. The guy is not a lukewarm guy. He's someone that when he take a fight, brother, he's going to take it to that level till he see a result. And that's one thing I really, really love Henry Costa for. And secondly, I like him because the guy is, somehow, like our brother said, Costa is like a two-faced guy. If you see him advocating your thing, that sometimes I'm surprised when people call him a rude man. If you're very close to him, you will know that he's a very humble and quiet guy. But just that he's someone who is so passionate that everything he does, he just put his passion in it. So sometimes, because of what he said, people mistake him to be, a rude guy. So as an ideologue, a fan of Henry Costa, this is what I would have to say. One of Costa's hesitation, as I said in one of my posts, is to work with corrupt people. Because, let me tell you, politicians are very, very smart. More people know right now that Joseph Numa Boakai stands a better chance of becoming a president. Because President Weah is a limp dog president. He's just limping now. I don't even show that he's even anticipating of going back. He knows that he will be a one-term president. Right now, in a country where everyone is crying, any polls you put on Joseph Boakai is winning. So most of the politicians, they are looking for a way where they can go and amalgamate forces with Weah or Joseph Numa Boakai. Some of them want to go and support people that Edwin Snow. And these are people that Henry Costa has been fighting against. These are people that are handicapped our economy. The ATM terminal deal right now. Edwin Snow was the one that led that whole something. So right now, Henry Costa's hesitation is, how can I go and work with people who I have fought against, people that are handicapped our economy for their personal amusement? How can I work with those people? But here's what I can say to Henry Costa. It is possible to work with corrupt people or even in a corrupt society and become incorruptible. Joseph Numa Boakai did it, my brother. If Joseph Numa Boakai was a corrupt man or he had anything he has any skeleton in his cover, right now it was going to be out. Joseph Numa Boakai is the first and huge competitor right now to George Weah. Trust me, if that paper was having any bad thing against him, CDC are going to come out with it. Because you know what? George Weah right now is in the ICU, political ICU, where he really, really needs life. And the only life now is through propaganda. If they can come out with any propaganda that will drag Joseph Numa Boakai, they will come out with it. For the 2 years of being in government, nobody can find any debt on that paper. Let's go to Darius Dillon. Darius Dillon is making a difference in the Senate. He come up public. Anything they say, he come up public. He said it. He proved that. He proved that he's a very transparent leader. So right now he is healing, or he is depositing more political capital into his bank account. And Henry Costa can do that. He has fought so long on the radio. My brother, sometimes you need to go and fight within the corridor of government. You have to go and fight within the corridor of government. You have to make a difference from within. Being on the radio, you will just talk. How long? Henry Costa started the thing. Eddie Johnson said it second term. So he's going all the way to 14 or 15 years in advocacy, talking. State library has not changed yet. So I would like to say this, Henry Costa. You have a very bright future. A very bright future. I know you want to become a president, which of course, nothing can deny you. You have already built yourself. Look, let me tell you something. Opportunity will always come for the prepared. Once you are prepared, my brother, you can be denied so many times, but you will still be opportune to get that opportunity. Henry Costa has gone to school. He has a master's degree. He knows about politics. He knows about the thing he discusses. So I think this is the time for him to go and practicalize his skills. Go and practicalize it. Let people know the kind of leader you are.
Man, you spend 5 hours just to be promoting Henry Costa, or you're campaigning, bro.
Let people know the kind of leader you are. So I would like to say, Henry Costa, as much as I support you, I love you. I think it is not realistic now to run as president. And it is not realistic. It is not realistic for you to go against Joseph Newman Boakai. Like I said it again, Liberians are solution-driven voters. If they want a solution, they don't care who that person is. They will vote for you as long as they see you as their emancipator, someone to relieve them from their pain. So if you go against that person, you'll be going against the will of the people. And some people will hate you for that. It will be dangerous for your own political capital. So I hope, Henry Costa, you are listening to me, and I want you to, I want you to reanalyze your decision. You still have a future. So, gentlemen, I would like to say this. Let me put the number on the poll. Oh, okay, see you. I know you want to come in. I just see you shaking your mouth. So go ahead, talk, brother.
Yeah,
talk.
put a number also on the screen. Even though it's in the comment section, to our audience that are following us, you can call in now to participate. The number is within the comment section. You can call this number, and also check on the screen that the number is there. You guys can call to participate on the show. We discussed a lot of things today. Aaron Pedro Costa, Alexander Cummings, Rescue 2 that he's about to, pick. And then we also talk about okay, we have
take this call. Hello?
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Amra Mohammed Kamara, and I join you this afternoon from Liberian, by postlet from Monrovia.
Okay.
I listened to all the speakers, or one of the most interesting part of the subject matter under discussion was Brother Emmanuel and the sister on the show there. I think most of the analysis were iron and it was not have any substantive substance. They lack so many things. Well, let me list about some of the things the both speaker rather. Well, let me start with the sister first. The sister said you will have to work in government before you can go for the highest in the land. That is the executive marshal. That is the presidency. And I think I respectfully disagree with that. There are a lot of great presidents. I will start from the president of the former president of the United States. Donald Trump had no public services. And I tell any of you on our show, I can show me where Donald Trump was in a government entity or institution that Trump worked before he ascended to the highest level in the land. That is the presidency. When the American GDP was struggling, or Trump became power.
Gabriel, we're getting you the brother. I don't know if you're muted, Gabriel. We're getting you the brother.
Had to work in government.
My man just started a conversation with
You look at Henry Costa, this means has jumped on the body politics for over 2 years and 2 decades. The records are there. All right. He served as the youngest political advisor to the second biggest most political institutions within the land. That is the citizen. Right there was the Congress of Democratic, not the coalition for democracy in 2011.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
You look at this statement cannot make a better change within the executive marshal. I think the sisters should discuss the issue of vote of second and yet. Henry Costa becoming president, or if he wants to go as president, he is qualified to go as president.
Thank you. Thank
you so much, brother. So I said that. Henry Costa is qualified to go as president. So, gentlemen, that's the number, right? What I would like to say, welcome, Tutu. Mercy, welcome.
Yeah, let's get more calls, man. You got place in your call. Let's get more calls. Let's hear what you got to say about what's going on in the country. The political atmosphere right now is really charged. So but I think the brother make a sense to, what he just said, Gabriel, because if we all can retrospect, President Weah actually wanted to become the president for LV.
Okay.
But he was being denied because they said that he had never been president for a team before in Liberia. Trust me, when they denied President Weah, or after he was not president, let me not say President Weah, when they deny him, because that was exactly what he wanted, to become LV boss, to be able to push. I was putting activity very far, but he was being denied. He said he had never begun, because before you hold a position, you must first maybe serve as a president for a team, which of course he never had such experience. And it was from there now, before the Liberian people went and petitioned and said, but my man, don't do okay, maybe president. That's how you see President Weah, ambition start to grow, very high, up to where he is today. So he had no experience just playing soccer and becoming the world best and whatever, and later went to school and, started working in government position and see where we are today. So I think the caller was right for the
no
statement.
experience, but he's taking Liberia to the top, people. Come on, realize it now or forever hold your peace.
Which one you got top?
Mercy, can you please come on camera if you want to participate, please? So that's it. Okay. So I think we are talking about Henry Costa's ambition to run as president. We are trying to analyze it, whether it is realistic or unrealistic right now. So just have your say, my sister. I know you are busy, but you can just chip in.
What's the question?
We are talking about Henry Costa's ambition to become president of Liberia. Yes, go ahead.
I told you the last time, Henry Costa needs to be nurtured. Politically, he needs to be nurtured. Meaning, he needs to relax, put his games in order. I mean, he needs to relax. Let Costa chill for now. The presidency is not for him. That's a big position we are talking about. He does not have the intelligence for such position. So let Costa chill. If our Costa, since they claim that he's the people person, he could have ran or run whatever for a representative seat first. That's the first thing Costa to look at. Not of thinking about being a president for a whole nation. Costa cannot even be a finance minister for Liberia. Because he don't have the tools. He needs to understand that I don't hate him. I'm not against Costa. Costa is a young promising man like I'm sitting here. But Costa needs to know that the presidency are not for babies. I told you guys the last time, I said with the division.
How can you call a 40-year-old man a baby?
When we're talking about the presidency, you think that children can go there? He's not inclined for that position. That's it. He's not inclined for that position. Costa cannot be president for Liberia. Even 10, 20 years to come, the Liberian people will not put Costa there to be president.
Thank you so much, my sister.
He needs to chill. Being bossman and being one outspoken.
Thank you so much, my sister. Thank you. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hello, caller. Your name and where you calling us from?
Yeah, good morning, Diaspora Talk. This is Chairman Henry Costa.
Yeah, what's your take? I know you've been following the discussion. What's your take?
Yeah, my take, I hope I will not, they kick out very early.
Yeah, then you must be straight to the point, my brother, because we're not coming open Bandura box there for how you call it. Yeah, be straight to the point and, and make your point. Simple.
Let's see, I'm coming from President George when we are in dynamics. When it comes to having ambition for being president or want to be a leader for people, if you started to have a kind of integrated, complex, status like Liberia, you cannot just jump up because you think that you play or chop or kickball play like Henry Costa. You see, President Weah is the only person who played himself, who had a luxurious life. At the time of teenage, become a millionaire when he get here and said that he was right. It's time for the nation. That's a true leader.
My man, we're not talking about Joe. We are talking about Costa. Why you think that it is important that Costa? We're talking about Costa. They're not President. We are talking about my brother. So just make the point according to the topic of discussion, please. Hey, you can praise Joe. We are here, brother. Go praise Joe. We are on a Facebook page, but man, just make a point on our topic.
You need to give the color change. That color needs to be protected, please. You can't pass the color out in the middle. All because he's filming
if you deviate from the topic, my man, we're not here to come praise Joe. We are here. So go to the topic of discussion. Make a point.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes, you guys of our time, making analogies, to inform the full Liberians, the foreign masses, the young people that come here to follow a good example. Henry Costa is not a good example for the young generation. Henry Costa is a figure. Henry Costa is an attempt to set a politicians that have no, saying that they have nothing, they don't have no vibrancy into them.
Thank you.
Really destroy me.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. So the numbers are on the screen.
All appearance.
Okay, Charlie. Thank you so much. Thank you, my brother. Yeah. You can call back. You can call back and give another point. But thank you for now, my brother. Thank you so much. Okay.
So, gentlemen, let me say this.
Mr. Mazakwe, just a minute. If we will have to have the discussion, like if we have to discuss the issue of George Weah,
I told you guys the last time.
Then look, says Marcy, sometimes when somebody is on the floor, you just give them a chance to say what they have to say. So we can be discussing Henry Costa, then somebody is there pushing George Weah. We're not discussing George Weah here. We look for George Weah on the television.
You don't expect one thing to be discussed. Even when they are discussing Costa, something going to happen.
But says Marcy, when somebody is speaking,
when somebody is speaking, Mercy, I disagree. It has to be guarded. We have topics here. We keep
we have topic and we are discussing issue. Look, I saw here today.
The caller was still going to discuss about Costa.
Okay.
Which intellectual platform you going to discuss Costa without slipping something about George Weah? Come on now, people.
Okay, gentlemen, you can call the WhatsApp number +8210-808-90335. 01057974144. So, gentlemen, this is what I would like to say.
But Deborah, can I say what I wanted to say before she just cut me off?
Okay, go ahead. And conclude.
Yeah. So, like I said, today we sat down here, we're watching CNN, expecting to see our president who went to UK. We didn't see him, and the rain was very heavy. I think all the people outside, I don't know which part of the play you were sitting outside there, it was very, very bad. So if we have to discuss issue about George Weah, then we'll start coming in with that. So let's just stick straight to the point and discuss the issue. And understand that we will have a government.
The president, my man. The man take picture and say he's the president, my man.
I know the
report to y'all.
Look at the weather. Look at the weather today.
Are you going to take picture with the prince or king or whatever?
If there's a weather that a president would do, so let's forget about president.
Okay, gentlemen, thank you so much. So I would like to say again, we shouldn't deviate from the topic, and I would like to say it is unfair again to rather compare George Weah with this guy. We don't want a repetition of George Weah again. That's why we are telling Henry Costa. Look, if we are looking at the intellectual basis, you put Henry Costa so, you put George Weah so, it means that Henry Costa is far beyond George Weah. So if George Weah can, with that kind of low level intellectual capability, George Weah can be considered as a president, then how about Henry Costa? So Henry Costa is far beyond intellectually. He discussed the issue economically. We're talking about a president that does not even know. The simple demand theory.
Can I come in, please?
The simple law of supply or demand. He doesn't know it. We still voted him. You get me?
Can I come in, please?
Yeah, you say a president that does not know the simple law of supply and demand. We voted him. How can you compare such a man with Henry Costa? I think it's just unfair. When we are telling Henry Costa to hold on right now, it's because right now, we all know where the wind is going. Everyone is focusing on Joseph Numa Boakai. We think it will be very unrealistic for now. But don't bring him, and matching with George Weah. That is a disservice to intellectualism because you cannot compare him with George Weah. So, gentlemen, I would like to say, okay, go ahead, my sister.
Intellectualism does not prove that you are a good leader. Then I will tell you that there have been nobody more qualified than Dr. Tukba Nantibote. Because when it comes out discussing issues, you can't go that way. But he never became president of Liberia. So you cannot use that yardstick to compare to to validate anything to say because you are not intellectually,
go ahead, my sister.
That means that one you take it out, give it. I went totally out, my brother.
Can you please give me a chance? It's not your turn. Okay, based on the comparison that you just made, yeah? That if you put Costa and President Weah together, which means Costa is far better than Judge Weah, I disagree. And I want you to retract that statement.
I said intellectually.
You know what? What makes Costa better than Judge Weah intellectually?
But
Judge Weah going to be going on Google and be fun Google English speaking it all around.
Judge Weah, don't forget about the English.
What
the
you
simple
talking
law
about?
of supply and demand.
Can I talk? You just told me I should go ahead and talk, but you are not giving me the chance. You need to protect me when I'm talking.
They higher the price, the lower the demand. The lower the demand, the higher the price.
Judge Weah didn't know that one.
Simple
the opposition themselves, they don't even want Costa to be president. So I don't know what you're talking about. The opposition bloc. I'm not of the opposition. But we see what's happening right now in Liberia. We see how politics have been played. They don't want Costa to be president. They say Costa, baby, let him go stop bottle. We are seeing the sort of comparison just me about Judge. Don't get me vexed at the money, oh. You can't compare Costa with Judge Weah intellectually. What is wrong with you? That Costa is supposed to compare with Judge Weah. The American people don't want him to be president. They said, no, that's what we send you for. You can't talk about Judge Weah and Costa intellectually. Costa is far more better. I disagree when you stop it.
The problem is they don't want job. They are not basing on Costa intellectual skill to stop him from being president. It's just
people even want him to be president. What are you talking about?
So, gentlemen, let's go ahead. Plus 821080890335. So let's just climax on this topic. I would like for the CEO to just give a last comment on this topic. Then we can just go on this guy issue, Mr. I don't know, the city mayor. And
I've been running out of time. We're almost 12 midnight here. So that last thing, I don't know why we'll be able to dive through it. Remember, we got work early morning.
Okay, just try to conclude.
Yeah, the thing is, right? I mean, like I said, right, Henry Costa is a qualified person. When you look at our constitution, the guidelines of becoming the president of our country or the run, and as a candidate, the presidential candidate, right? Henry Costa passed the age, and then he's educated, and then he have a home. I want to believe in Liberia, but the only thing that I said that the timing is wrong. When he come out now to declare his intention, the timing is very wrong. So it will be like he's coming, for revenge. That's exactly how everybody gonna look at, because right now that's why some people anticipating that Henry Costa is supposed to declare. Coming to declare himself. Trust me, the timing is very wrong. It is not a bad decision that he want to take. It's not a bad intention, but the timing is wrong. This time now, it is not the right time for him to come out to say, yeah, he want to declare himself, as a presidential candidate. I think the 2029, like he once promised when he came out our platform, that 2029 he'll be in a race. Trust me. He had a long time now. He had the next 6 years to be able to build himself to 2029. So now it will not be a screen seen out to the Liberian people when 2029 comes, and then we start Henry Costa name again about he run to become president. It will not be screens because it already in our ear now that we all know that 2029. He said this before on so many platforms. 2029 will not coming out. So now 2023, Costa, the timing is wrong, my brother. It is my own advice. And on the line of the statement that Gabriel made, I don't want you to compare that. Being intellectually grounded, and then and the other person, that's not a yardstick, to prove that this person, is the best leader. Look at South Africa, Julius Malema. This guy is politically and intellectually charged. But the current president of the country, trust me, when you go that route, he cannot beat Julius Malema. So you cannot look at that aspect. Then I will tell you that then Topa Nantibote was a become president of Liberia because nobody could pull foot. Topa Nantibote I challenge anybody. The 2006 election, we all listened to the debate. Topa Nantibote, he was very strong. There is somebody who understands the Queen language very well. He understands everything when it comes to politics. You can't go there. So, Gabriel, we cannot use that, as a yardstick to compare who is qualified or who is best to be president. We cannot compare that. And trust me, the issue of the president's job, it is not something that anybody go to school for, Gabriel. Like I always say, there's no special course that you go to do in a university to become a president. No. That's why you see a businessman can become a president. If someone who do political science can become a president, somebody who do accounting, and it is just varies. There's no special course that you have to go to become a president. That's why the president job, people learn on it. When you become a president, that's why you appoint capable people who have profession. You appoint capable people to become what? Your minister, your director, so that they can be able to advise you on the activities of the country. Like your finance minister will be somebody who understands economic. Your commerce minister will be somebody who understands business. These are the people that you bring to the position to help you to understand how the government system works. But the president, you should know.
CEO, when we talk about intellectualism, we are not just talking about rhetorical skills. Like, you should be speaking BB book. No. We are talking about, being logical, saying things that will make sense. But, let's look at what President Weah said last time. You were quoting the simple law of supply. He said, when there's scarcity, I don't know, you must increase the rate so the people who don't have money, they can be able to buy it. How does that sound to you? If you meet an investor or you meet a businessman, you as a leader going to represent a country, you speak that kind of incoherent, you speak incoherently like that. How do you expect the people to take the country? So when we talk about intellectualism, we're not just talking about BB book. We are saying for you to say things that will make sense. Things that somebody will say that there's logic in it. You getting me? So I'm not saying, you should know BB book. You should carry a lot of vocabulary in your head. That's not what I meant. I'm saying that you should be intellect. You should be logically sound. Somebody think your way I say doesn't make sense. I'm sorry to say. You getting me? And still we make him president. You made that kind of man president. Then you want to compare him with Henry Costa. The reason for which we are stopping Henry Costa right now, or people are saying Henry Costa shouldn't go, because it is unrealistic right now. 2029 could be realistic. But you shouldn't come and say, who is he? Or you cannot put Henry Costa and President Weah on the intellectual pedestal. That would be disservice to intellectualism. You already know that. So that's why I like to say, gentlemen, let's try to conclude our topics right now. It is 11:39 right now in South Korea, and we are already going to midnight. So if there's no caller, I would like to listen to our brother, Emmanuel Denuka. You can just conclude on Mr. Because the CEO said we shouldn't go to the last topic. I think the man's sleeping right now.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah. Mr. Mudakwe, I sat down here and the little comparison that we're having with Henry Costa and George Weah, in the political community in Liberia, people comes to politics with some level of value. That value, sometimes some people come with money. Some people come with just being crooked. Some people come to the political party just like the way George Weah behave, like anything that happens is not the one. That type of way of operating, where in anything that happens, you are not the one, but this is XYZ, is the John, is Paul, and you are there, that some of the things you participate inside. So Henry Costa, if Henry Costa would say, bro, that he can work with maybe Ellen Snow because of this, he can work with Prince Johnson because of that, because of this, then if you have the opportunity to be president tomorrow, will you not work with the Senate or the House of Representatives? You have to work with them. Because there is no way how those people will not be in our house.
It's true.
You and them have to have that relationship in order for Liberia to move forward. So when people come in sometimes to say, you need to be mature, you need to be this, you need to be that, they are coming from the type of point that there are some things that you have to humble yourself. Even Jesus himself said it, that before you enter, you have to bring yourself like a child. So see some of the decisions that Joseph Boakai is making today, Ambassador Boakai is making today. You have to work with other people, whether you see the person as bad person or good person. At the end of the day, when you become president, you'll be president for Liberia, and Liberia is not a place where so holy people follow the place. There are people who doing their business the way they want to do it, and you will have to be president for everybody. You have to take responsibility for everybody. So Henry Costa will have to think, as the process go on, he have to be building himself up, thinking that I have to work with everybody, you know. So I guess he's watching this show and he will learn a lot of things from what we are saying. Nobody is trying to bring nobody is trying to bring Henry Costa down or saying that he's not qualified and things. We know Henry Costa has enough. Like I said earlier, Henry Costa is a very kind and good young guy. I can testify, I can bear witness on that because I interacted with him. I know.
Thank you so much.
So,
thank you so much.
Yeah, you just have to balance some of those things. You have to be friends with good people. You have to be friends with bad people. You have to keep moving. That is politics. So if you have to be,
don't participate in your evil ways now, even when you're
don't participate in an evil way. But if you say you only need holy people, our country is not further with 100% holy people. So there is no way how we trust you with your holiness in the house of president.
Yeah, there's no Jesus in Liberian politics. No Jesus.
No Jesus in Liberian politics. We will need somebody who will be able to talk with people, because when you go in other countries, you have to meet with other people too who are not just holy, but you have to interact with them by all means.
That's so I would just for the Diaspora Talk. That's our advisor, Mr. Emmanuel Denuka of the Diaspora Talk. So, my brother, are you here now to conclude? My man, you buy what are you in car? What are you going? You can reach.
I'm telling you, my man.
Yeah, what are you going?
Yeah, my man. I've been following the show. I've been kind of a little busy driving on the highway, so I couldn't be driving and see that having the conversation. But we had a good show today. I think the points were well made, and I really enjoyed my sister today on the show, Sister Christina. Kudos to you. You make very good salient points when it comes to the Liberty Party. Well, I would say this: I love Henry Costa. I love his energy. But if you look at the political wind where it's blowing right now, it will be very, very wrong for him to declare his intention to run as president, and it will be waste of money because the wind is blowing towards Mr. Boakai, and I think the best thing he can do is to swallow all the disappointment he has had to support this goal, because ultimately what we don't want a second George Weah turn, because his president is a disaster, and if we cannot stand up as a people to say no to this miasma, it will be very, 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 very bad if we give George Weah another 6 years. I can imagine how Liberia will be in another 6 years under George Weah, when we are having mysterious killings. There is a complete breakdown of rule of law. There is no good. Our judicial system has become a political system where a politician can just get up, and create something and take out a justice from the Supreme Court. So I think, Mr. Costa, if you are listening, all of us love you, but right now it's not timely. Wait for 2029. 2029 will be the best time. If this 6 years that you have, it's time for you to pay yourself with Liberian people and know how the politics works.
All right, thank you so much. CEO, you can conclude from your end.
Okay, well, Gabriel, thanks for a full minute time. And let me just say thanks to all of our participants, our audience, those in the comment section, those that placed their call. I want to take this time to appreciate every one of you, to our panelists on here, Emmanuel, Christina, Gabriel, and that of our sister and brother, Afra and Mercy, who also tried to make their contributions. But let me just say this and say this very clear. We have few more months, maybe 4 or 5 months of election, very close. We want the best for our country, Liberia. But sometimes, sometimes disturbed with the way in which I see the opposition, in which we consider to be a government in waiting, from their activities. It sometimes frustrates us, to the point that we are afraid that they could even do worse when they are elected tomorrow. Because, my brother, trust me, from what we are seeing ongoing right now in the opposition, tell me, it's often said that the Christmas will be good from the activities of the Eve. What's the activities we're seeing right now? We're seeing greed. We're seeing confusion. We're seeing disrespect. We're seeing violence. We're seeing insults and so many other things. Trust me, man. Will this be a surprise to all tomorrow when these guys are elected? There'll be no surprise. It'll be almost like the same old thing. So I just wish they can put all the broken pieces together and then to convince the Liberian people that when they are elected tomorrow, we expect to see the best. Because trust me, like I said earlier, Yombly Kanga Lawrence, my honest advice to you is to accept the offer. It will bring you back to prominent, and you can use that same time to settle the dispute within your political party. Go back on the drawing table with the executive committee, and you guys can be able to put things in order to have the Liberty Party awaken. If you fail to do that, at the end of the day, you'll be placing yourself in danger for tomorrow. Lastly, before I submit, Henry Costa, this timing is very wrong. If you want to declare, the timing is wrong. I will advise you, you support the Jodobo that you've been supporting a long time ago. And then let us see after the October 10th election, if you guys emerge victorious, at the end of the day, we will put our hands together around you guys to push our country forward. We wish all the best for our country. And like I said, the only problem or the major problem that I have with President Weah is accountability and transparency. That's what a good leader will always do, bring his people to the book whenever they are doing the wrong thing. So we wish our country all the best. We wish our people all the best. Vote wisely and vote rightly. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's the CEO of the Diaspora Talk, and we would like to thank you so much for being here. Okay, to our sister, Christina. So we covered the issue of Alexander Cummings. I mean, a constant attack on
somebody calling from America, but okay, it's okay.
Yeah. So just basically the long waited or the rigmarole within the opposition, especially the friction between ANC and Unity Party.
Gabriel, can we take this call? Because I think there's a direct call. Hello?
Yeah. We are time pressed now. Okay, anyways.
Yeah, we are already time pressed and we are concluding, but we just take you because you called directly. Go ahead. Let's hear you. Where are you calling us from, your name?
Yeah, I'm calling from Waterloo, Iowa.
Okay, you calling from Waterloo, Iowa. Let's hear you quickly, my brother. What's your take?
Yeah, my take is we don't know actually we put it lastly concerning the activities of the opposition.
Can you mute the monitor you have in the back a little bit, because I think the sound is coming. You can just talk to the phone. That will be better.
Okay, let me just
yeah, you have it muted, my brother, because the sound is somehow disturbing.
Yeah, okay, you getting me now?
Go ahead.
Yeah, as we run the polling, it is just starting. that the opposition are in disarray at this stage. And you rightly put it that the only thing that is happening to Joria is that he is not transparent and he is not accountable to the Latino people. That has been rightly put it. So where do we go from here when these opposition leaders come to power tomorrow? It worries me. It worries me a lot because some of us don't want to be in this country for the rest of our lives. We want to go back home. We pray that God is going to intervene. And in intervening, we pray that, as you said, it's not easy. It's not easy. But we pray that God is going to intervene.
Exactly. Okay, you're welcome, my brother. Okay, that's it. You heard him. Give our water you. I think that's good.
Okay, yeah, that's just listen to our sister as she conclude. From the side of the ANC, Nyombli Kanga joining the ANC, and also our brother's ambition, Henry Costa.
We already said it all, that Nyombli Kanga joining the ANC is disastrous for political future. And the issue of Henry Costa is premature, so he should try to work harder, build his constitution, build his political career before he can see how best he can foster his political future. Nobody say he's immature. Nobody saying that he's not qualified. He has the education. But politics is not about education, especially Liberia contemporary politics. It's not all about academic qualification. We should see right now if Ellen, who was a veteran politician, couldn't handle corruption in Liberia, somebody who don't have the experience cannot handle it. One of my colleagues said that Donald Trump was one of the presidents, but what made Donald Trump get second term? Why made Donald Trump get his second term? We should question that because of performance. So the American people voted him out. So going to the issue of Henry Costa should rethink, recalibrate, build his political energy as he normally does, and see how best he can work around politicians to get the experience to work in government, to get the experience, and then he can start to beat. I know Madam Ellie Johnson said, he always said, if your dream don't scare you, it's not big enough. I know even his dream is scaring him right now. It's big, but it's not timely, as we all say. It's not timely. We should wait for him.
All right. So thank
I
you.
would like to say thank you to all of you guys for conducting the show on a timely manner. At least today we on time.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's our sister Christina Fuller from Canada. So, gentlemen, thank you so much. I would like to say my advice to the ANC and the United Party. I mean, there's one goal, and the goal is to make George Weah a one-term president. I don't think it is well when we see people from the ANC, people like Mona Fahad, Mariah Yakula. Every time any picture about Ambassador Bwaka is something that maybe, I mean, just derogatory, something that would just ridicule the puppy. You getting me? Call him sleeping man, call him all kind of names. I mean, names that would just ridicule the man. Sometimes I will be thinking, are they really in the opposition or they are? I mean, we should be expecting that from CDC people, not people within the opposition, and also to people within Unity Party. Stop calling Mr. Cummings a left star man. Stop calling the man 7%. Stop provoking the anger. Because no matter what happens, you will need each other in the second round. So with a high level of friction, How can you have the face to go to ANC or to go to people to go to Kumis and say, man, please come and support me? Are you willing to retract all of the statement? Some of you people say JMB is already a dead man walking. I mean, if we go to second round, can you retract that statement? No matter how hard or no matter how vicious the politics is, you have to leave space for reconciliation. And secondly, let me say this to Henry Costa. We know you are intellectually inclined. You have the intellectual capital. You have the political capital. But right now, I will have to say, my brother, you have to look at where the wind is blowing. Like I stated, your hesitation is working with corrupt people. But like the advisor stated here, Henry Costa, who are you going to work in Liberia? Who is the holy mirror in our country? Almost everybody, most of the people who have sting on their character. You are going to work among corrupt people, no matter which segment of government you go in. You just have to differentiate yourself by being incorruptible. So you can still work with people that and differentiate yourself. You can still work with, criminals and differentiate yourself. That's the reason for which this Pape is having so much people behind him for an unblemished, character. Joseph Newman Boaka, 42 years in government, and he is untainted. So, gentlemen, I would like to say that, Costa, I want you to really visit. It's your inalienable right to run for presidency of Liberia, and we cannot dispute the fact that you are not going to be supported. You have your base, but again, I want you to relook at that decision. Thank you so much for this. I would like to say this. I would like to climax on this. Let me see, May 7th. Today is my son's birthday. Yeah, today makes him 9. Let me say.
Oh wow! Happy birthday, man, to John Gabriel.
Yeah, so happy birthday to you. So I would like to say thank you so much for following the show, and we'll catch you next Sunday. See you. Okay, my sister, thank you so much. Blah, Evasa, thank you so much. To our brother, let me just send a shout to all of our panelists, to our brother Melvin Papi Gray. He is our coordinator. Let me say thank you so much for holding the platform. For our sister Divine, let's say, yes, Divine Johnson. Yeah, Fitzgerald Johnson. Let me say thank you so much. For the CEO, Lincoln. Yeah, thank you so much for always being here. Our brother, Mr. Abraham Masakwe, Carmen Fangalo, our sister, Mercy Tutu Bro, and Afra Konowa. Let me say thank you to everybody. Thank you so much for holding the Diaspora Talk. Next week, we are going to be here with another topic. So thank you so much, and we'll catch you next week.
Haters catching cold. From head to toe, I'm in my zone. Where play you when I had no money? Like now you acting like you know me. Who you are, yeah, who you are, yeah. You know me, but I don't know who you are, yeah. Flexing on these bitches in my new designers, yeah. I know bitch more frankly, I don't know who you are, yeah. They been trying to hit a bullet, but this is my time, I own this Rolex. Switch it up, baby, tell me what you want, I got what you need, no, don't check. Even though you wanna there when I was riding taxi, yeah. I can really put you on, I can show you what you want, yeah. Shawty want a threesome, I might do it for the fun, yeah. I can let her run around, get that pretty bitch her space. Cause anytime she come around, she know it's a holiday, yeah. I don't have to see an ID, I know who's my brother, I know who's my friend and me. I know all the undercover secret agent and I tryna kill my energy. Señorita, looking at pizza, you don't need a visa. Enter my world, Mona Lisa, tu te pawisa. We my bounce on naked. All my haters catching cold. From head to toe, I'm in my zone. Where play you when I had no money? Like now you acting like you know me. Who you are, yeah, who you are, yeah. You know me, but I don't know who you are, yeah. Flexing on these niggas in my new designers. Yeah, I know Benjamin Franklin, I don't know who you are. Yeah, Christian Dior, yeah, I don't know who you are. I know you don't like me, I don't know who you are. Yeah, yeah, who you are. I know you don't like me, I don't know who you are. Yeah, flexing on these bitches in my new designers. Yeah, I know you don't like me, I don't know who you are. Yeah, I know Benjamin Franklin, I don't know who you are. Yeah, where the hell you from? And who you are? Yeah, I know you.
It's Crowd Boy, yeah. I too happy you came my way. Soon on day break like your face I wanna see. I just wanna be loving you. That's just how I wanna be. I will ride for you like Gange. Now I want you, you not pamble. I love you, don't touch it. Oh, got me singing like morning, oh, morning, baby. I just wanna sing morning, oh, morning, baby. Got a song for you, yeah, yeah. Morning, oh, morning, baby. I'm in love with you. Morning, oh, morning, baby. When you smile, the whole world freeze. Oh, da, da, da. When you pose, no need to say cheese. Oh, no, no. Your beauty, that news, let them carry the cheese. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. No competition, you take it with ease. Put that, you not put that on my heart, too. For nobody, wherever your spot, oh. Morning, oh, morning, baby. Morning, oh, morning, baby. Morning, oh, morning, baby. Morning, oh, morning, baby. Ellie with my bone, I won't pour you in glass. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Flash that man and touch you when you pass. You fun like a man and go at that. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. You too metro, you not like fries. You my everyday new thing. Go for bed party in the daily, oh. Me I like good thing. Me I like good thing. Like people don't want you, oh. Morning, oh, morning, baby. I just wanna sing. Morning, oh, morning, baby. Got a song for you, yeah, yeah. Morning, oh, morning, baby. Morning, oh, morning, baby. I'm in love with you. Hold up. King Java, see you, papi, oh yeah. before.
Yeah, you know. One God. We take them from Ghana to Liberia.
Yeah. Every day is a holiday. Oh, it's a holiday. Every day is a holiday. Oh, it's a holiday. Every day is a holiday. Oh, it's a holiday. Every day is a holiday. Oh, it's a holiday.
Your party, papa. I wanna party your party, papa. Me, I wanna party your party, papa. Party, oh, party, oh. Me, I wanna party your party, papa. I wanna party your party, papa. Me, I wanna party your party, papa. Party, oh, party, oh.
Girl, we got some energy and babies on the table. I just wanna spend my money, baby, do me bang bang. Girl, I know you flexing, and I know you cruising. I just wanna show you good time, don't refuse me. I don't wanna walk, my energy stay far. Give me your love, don't do that. I just wanna give you all my love. So I don't wanna lie, baby, that your body give me ginger. So while we alive, baby, when your body give me ginger.
Woman, your body, they ginger me. I wanna give you service, come hire me. Turn up the party like we do it in Miami. Girl, your pepper, they enter me. Me, I just a week for you. Then we take a shot for two. Baby, come, I don't wanna lose. You will leave a girls in the party, but I choose. Make we dance, make we jolly and booze. Everything they fall in place. Now they make a girl wind up your. I don't wanna lose. You will leave a girls in the party, but I choose.
Kapagia bezo we ballin'. Kapagia bezo we ballin'. Kapagia bezo we chillin'. You can drink anything, mommy. Kapagia bezo we ballin'. Kapagia bezo we ballin'. Kapagia bezo we chillin'. You can drink anything, mommy. So I don't wanna lie, baby, that your body give me ginger. So while we alive, baby, when your body give me ginger. Every day is a holiday. Oh, it's a holiday. Every day is a holiday. Oh, it's a holiday. Every day is a holiday. Oh, it's a holiday. Every day is a holiday. Oh, it's a holiday.
Me, I wanna party your party, papa. I wanna party your party, papa. Me, I wanna party your party, papa. Party, oh, party, oh. Me, I wanna party your party, papa. I wanna party your party, papa. Me, I wanna party your party, papa. Party, oh, party, oh.
Me, I just a week for you. Then we take a shot for two. Baby, come.
The most wanted mix.
Dennis, Joe coming. CEO Live Flex, pick out a song. Using data, using free basic. I love fat, my green let's stay on. Go on store boy, first son and juice it. Et where I son and don. Go to catering school, say you do say. Or you ever the rose come up on. Now they know how you know up, oh Jimmy. Since I know how you know up, oh Jimmy. Where I know how you know up, oh Jimmy. Papa know how you know up, oh Jimmy. Mama know how you know up, oh Jimmy. We all know say you know up, oh Jimmy. I didn't know how you know up, oh Jimmy. Mama know how you know up, oh Jimmy. We all know say you know up. You 18 every day, you rusty like a poker. Hey, you tell her she woke up. And she let baby mention I love to your uncle. One knows say just dollar single. One knows say Paulo la joker. One know a gopa get picker. One knows say Twitter is single. One know a sha. One know the baby she get far. Every day you must talk to your friend. One know the score for 10. Like one day you know you are Russo sent. And they came out a job on the station. Like one day you know she get fan you or pesa. Man I know how you check you visa. But today you 40 na isa. Hey you told her she pay in her host. The young girl go there she let her in her host. And I why you go tell her. Say you working but you ain't home money can't pay her. How close you can wear it can't pay her. Dollar go jail from the armor to kill. Police say but some me the jail. Now they know how you know her. Oh Jimmy. Say I know how you know her. Oh Jimmy. Well I know how you know her. Oh Jimmy. Papa know how you know her. Oh Jimmy. Mama know how you know her. Oh Jimmy. We all know say you know her. Oh Jimmy. I didn't know how you know her. Oh Jimmy. Mama know how you know her. Oh Jimmy. Papa know her kind like time. Everybody you read a story in your farm. One over portrait and ram. It's run by them better than people like Sam. You man, you won't be in a phrase. I only you know to that till I say. I see why you looking at this. And boy, I have to move for it before yes. I want no about politics. I want no one someone to put in a property. I want no calamity. I want no they left that we live in a vanity. Says you know all, then answer the question when lapa phone. When they lie, hostel phone. Answer my question. When talk tell phone. When black boy and duster phone. Answer the question. When pencil phone. When fly visa love in a gene. Answer the question. Using data, using free basic. I don't fight my green let's stay on. Go on store by your first and juice it. You wear that on dance on and down. Go to catering school say you do say. Or you ever the ghost come up on. Now they know all you know oh Jimmy. Since I know all you know oh Jimmy. Brother know all you know oh Jimmy. Papa know all you know oh Jimmy. Mama know all you know oh Jimmy. We all know say you know oh Jimmy. I they know all you know oh Jimmy. Mama know all you know oh Jimmy. Then this show coming. Oh Jimmy. Beat. Then this show coming. CEO live flex pick out a song. Using data, using free basic. I don't fight my green let's stay on. Go on store by your first and juice it. You wear that on dance on and down. Go to catering school say you do say. Or you ever the ghost come up on. Now they know all you know oh Jimmy. Since I know all you know oh Jimmy. Brother know all you know oh Jimmy. Papa know all you know oh Jimmy. Mama know all you know oh Jimmy. We all know say you know oh Jimmy. I they know all you know oh Jimmy. Mama know all you know.
Joanna do anything for me. Joanna take me go Paris. Joanna give me everything, baby. Joanna do anything for me. Joanna take me go Paris. Joanna give me everything, baby. And when you put up in a rover, girl you are sent by Jehovah, making me shout hallelujah, oh, baby. And when you put up in a rover, girl, you are sent by Jehovah, making me sing hallelujah, oh, baby, yeah, yeah. You, only you, baby. You, only you, baby. You, She never let nobody bother me. Every day she thank God for me. Joanna, you mean so much to me, baby. Joanna, baby, mama, me. Other you who me say that damn you. Bra, come to me, baby. Anytime she come, I la 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 la. She rise up Jarido, banana. Let me go tell mama right, na 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 na. Because I love you for life, like na na na. When she come, I la 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 la. She rise up Jarido, banana. Let me go tell mama right, na 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 na. Because I love you for life, like na 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 na. Yeah, yeah. You, only you, baby. You,
Yeah, you know. One God. We take them from Ghana to Liberia.
Yeah. Every day is a holiday. Oh, it's a holiday. Every day is a holiday. Oh, it's a holiday. Every day is a holiday. Oh, it's a holiday. Every day is a holiday. Oh, it's a holiday.
Your party, papa. I wanna party your party, papa. Me, I wanna party your party, papa. Party, oh, party, oh. Me, I wanna party your party, papa. I wanna party your party, papa. Me, I wanna party your party, papa. Party, oh, party, oh.
Girl, we got some energy and babies on the table. I just wanna spend my money, baby, do me bang bang. Girl, I know you flexing and I know you cruising. I just wanna show you good time, don't refuse me. I don't wanna walk by energy, stick it far. Give me your love, don't do that. I just wanna give you all my love. So I don't wanna lie, baby, now your body give me ginger. So while we alive, baby, when your body give me ginger.
Woman, your body they ginger me. I wanna give you service, come Miami. Turn up the party like we do it in a Miami. Girl, your pepper they enter me. Me I just a week for you. Then we take a shot for two. Baby, come. I don't wanna lose. You will leave a girls in a the party, but I choose. Make we dance, make we jolly and booze. Everything they fall in place. Now they make your girl wind up your. I don't wanna lose. You will leave a girls in a the party, but I choose.
Kapagia bezo we balling. Kapagia bezo we balling. Kapagia bezo we chilling. You can drink anything on me. Kapagia bezo we balling. Kapagia bezo we balling. Kapagia bezo we chilling. You can drink anything on me. So I don't wanna lie, baby, now your body give me ginger. So while we alive, baby, when your body give me ginger. Every day is a holiday. Oh, it's a holiday. Every day is a holiday. Oh, it's a holiday. Every day is a holiday. Oh, it's a holiday. Every day is a holiday. Oh, it's a holiday.
Party your party, papa. I wanna party your party, papa. Me, I wanna party your party, papa. Party, oh, party, oh. Me, I wanna party your party, papa. I wanna party your party, papa. Me, I wanna party your party, papa. Party, oh, party, oh.
Me, I just a week for you. Then we take a shot for two. Baby, come.
The most wanted mix.
Joanna do anything for me. Joanna take me go Paris. Joanna give me everything, baby. Joanna do anything for me. Joanna take me go Paris. Joanna give me everything, baby. And when you put up in a rover, girl, you are sent by Jehovah. Making me shout hallelujah, oh, baby. And when you pull up in a rover, girl, you are sent by Jehovah, making me sing hallelujah, oh. Jelly Rod, yeah, Jelly Rada. Zaga logo. Prenez la vie, prenez dans la French, Zaga logo. Prenez la vie, prenez dans la French, Amemeti e kwabo. Amemeti e kwabo. Mola tole di kwabo. Mola tole e kwabo. Zaga logo. Prenez la vie, prenez dans la French, Zaga logo. Prenez la vie, prenez dans la French, What kind of friend was saying your Gary? Behind you, then you say crashy a fiery. Over saying your Gary. Behind you, then you say crashy a fiery. What in a French, What in a French, Say, aye, Billy Coco, aye, Billy Coco, Billy Coco, Billy Coco, aye, Billy Coco, aye, Billy Coco, Billy Coco, Billy Coco. Hey, she said Billy Coco, she never the power of Billy Dodo. She love my style, so she can't go to it. Like Glikata, she want me Glikata, Glikata on her tata. Aye, Billy Coco, aye, Billy Coco. There's a whole lot of chicato. Your mama here can get you get chicato. What can I do and I do you never do before? Zaga logo. Prenez la vie, prenez dans la French, Zaga logo. Prenez la vie, prenez dans la French, Amemeti e kwabo. Amemeti e kwabo. Mola tole di kwabo. Mola tole e kwabo. Zaga logo. Prenez la vie, prenez dans la French, Zaga logo. Prenez la vie, prenez dans la French, Y'a pas une vieille, c'est un bestie. Bestie. When you see what I see bestie. You and I wanna say bestie. Taki doing, taki testing.
Daddy made it.
Opa! Baby, sexy and back. Look at her front. Look at her back. Look at her size. When you see Buju, you know that. Did you see Buju and holla? Did you see Buju and run away? Run. Baby, making some US. That girl carrying some US. Wanna sexy, come over now. Sexy mama, yeah, yo. Laga, liso. Look at you. Look at you, na. Oh, back on the shits on the play. They play on the dance stand. On yeah, you go get with colors. And I will get with colors. Oh, you are respect. Capital B. You are respect. My you in the money, child. You carry 10 out of 10. You are respect. 10 out of 10. Now who can pop on now, baby? Let it try it now, baby. Now who won't compete now, baby? Let it try it now, baby. Look at her back. Look at her front. Look at her waist. Look at her hips. Baby, pam I told my someday she let go be in G. Someday she let go be in dress. Someday she let go be in sketch. Red, white and blue. International music, international body, international baby, international business. They get too expensive, I'm more too attractive, I'm more too productive. You are respect, capital A, capital B. You are respect, my you in the money, child. You are respect, carry them all over them. You are respect, them all over them. Now who can pop on now, baby? Let it try it now, baby. her waist, look at her hips. Baby, fun out of my pocket. Man, you are beautiful. Show your beauty. You are beautiful. Baby, you get it. Show your beauty. Man, you are beautiful. She keep that. Freddie Barron. You're a bitch, I see you. Too much.
It's Gralla Boy, King Jaffa, see you, Papel. Mama, para no lie, you making me baka. Making the people sound saka. I know say you fair, we feeling out your baka, man. Your hella baka, my lale, your hustle, man, you rolling with it, dada. Le moko fi papa, my queen up for play, she killing the swagger. Le dig man back in the rocker. When big jury, ah. Nobody found it like you, man, and I no liar. When big jury, we're high, man. Nobody find you like you, man, and I no lie, man. I won't be a Icheriche, oh yeah. It's Gralla Boy, King Jaffa, see you, Papel. Mama, para no lie, you making me baka. Making the people sound saka. I know say you fair, we feeling out your baka, man. Your hella baka, my lale, your hustle, man, you rolling with it, dada. Le moko fi papa, my queen up for play, she killing the swagger. Le dig man back in the rocker. When big jury, ah. Nobody found it like you, man, and I no liar. When big jury, we're high, man. Nobody find it like you, man, and I no lie, man. I won't be a Icheriche, oh yeah. Let the boy be a Jew. They're pressing on Icheriche, oh yeah. Can I be your favorite Icheriche, oh yeah. Oh, no. I just wanna be me. Just wanna be the pressing on Icheriche, oh yeah. Baby, my whole skin itching me for you. It's a Icheriche, oh. Rush and Bella, hold your side. Don't play around my pepper bush. It's a Icheriche, oh. My, I just wanna put my whole heart there. Don't even talk it slow, my whole heart there. You over qualify, you now do the test. Baby, no more you jump on my waist on John rest. Yeah, here, baby, that the concept. I tell you, girl in my head, she my princess. Oh, no, yeah. Your head that's now for mama. You friend a new money, man, you for mama. Oh. Let me be your Icheriche, oh. I won't be your Icheriche, oh yeah. Let Calabar be your Jew, let Bob be your Jew. They're pressing on Icheriche, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, can I be your favorite Icheriche? She beautiful, and my tattoo, I am so. Just wanna be your pressing on Icheriche, oh it's Gralla Boy. You the punk on the oil for my feelings when my heart get your name Pepe, oh. Hair man grow in my palm when I leave. That me supposed to treat you like bamble. If your heart will get here, time like this now. You know you're the team, I don't know how to say, oh yeah. Roger Miller, dead in my league. Jebelebe, I'm not fool, said the way I feel for you. My love, and I'm picking back, oh. I will love you Bamaleo. She's a woman of relevance, so I wanna be a ichereche, oh yeah, yeah. I wanna be a pressing or ichereche, oh yeah.
It's yeah.
And color boy, yeah, I. Misbehave with it too much. Up, down, let us up, peace move to the conga. Living with them, you might enjoy yourself. Let be a cold, let's down S. She shine up, falala. I'm feeling cold, I'm feeling nice, oh yeah.
It's yeah.
And color boy, yeah, I. Misbehave with it too much. Up, down, let us up, peace move to the conga. Living with them, you might enjoy yourself. Let be a cold, let's down S. She shine up, falala. I'm feeling cold, I'm feeling nice, oh yeah. Me and I Rick and roll, the girls ain't crushing me on the low. I can't eat no crab with shit. She won't be in the fries with the mocha mo. Ayaka, eh. I let my you my finish my money, oh. She tell me, say me and you for on the weekend. Not glass on the weekend. Compare note on the weekend. One more on the weekend. And oh da, oh eh.
This one a weekend paro. Pass me the any make a shy yo. Me a they come with my caro. Bring the girls make you no lago. We live in a vida loca. International, see we no be local. Girls them day. You go see us where the girls them day. Can't come kill myself so we burn fire. All the fine girls they go wine tire. It's ya link up with CIC. Tell Mr. DJ rewind down. I'm on a good vibes on a weekend. Already know. Leave them.
Shaku. In a bush shake fire with bliss. Jolly pie, all in the fries. Dale mogo, we can raise all the voltage. We buying by bottles, we buying by shot. But she lele mogamo. Benjamin Franklin, ain't no time for the doors. See rockin' the Henny. The Judah too many. Baba for the girl, so I can take any. Girl, wave just rotate. I don't mind if you shaku or die, but you here for the whole day. Do you die, oh, you die, I let my you, my feeling my money, oh. Let me and you for the on the weekend.
I'm on a good vibes on the weekend.
Not glass on the weekend. Leave the compare note on the weekend.
Oh yeah, shaku, oh yeah, shaku. My baby na my star queen, oh. What a pretty Monico.
SB Records worldwide.
Yeah, I'm on saturated. Blessings on blessings, you're calling blessings. These my blessings can all be touching. I know my level, my man, don't stress me. The puppy bless me, so I'm here to party. I want war, you're a zombie. I want body, I crawl, you're a zombie. Batting up, bring your jealous zombie. I got a party, people dancing, you're a zombie. Sanko. Me, I want to do it like Paco. Waiter, bring the liquor. The poor man, someone spend the paper. Waiter, bring the liquor. said nobody, I won't party. I want you to go down low, I want you to find it slow. Mama, you rock the show, I'm ready to spend some more. And I'm gonna, you know, sit down, I'm gonna check it. See, I see no time for check. Man, I want you to dance like you really don't care. And do the dance for the zombie set. It's me and you, mama, no more stress. I want to dance, I feel myself. I want yellow zombie. I want body, I pro yellow zombie. Batting up, bring a yellow zombie. Got a party people dancing yellow zombie.
When I go t-shirt face, I dey to them one photo. Yeah, that do or die when they shake come around. You know now, when I will bless me, they papa bless me. Yes, why bless me? You cannot stop me. The money can never go low. You say they high, but no heavy low. Papa, your man on papa. Ragaza, no removing the star. I bless you first, go up the transformer. My blessing full of red bell.
I want yellow zombie. I want body, I pro yellow zombie. Batting up, bring a yellow zombie. I got a party people dancing yellow zombie. I said nobody, I won't party. I want you to go down low, I want you to wind it slow. Mama, you rock the show, I'm ready to spend some more. And I'm gonna, you know, sit down, I'm gonna wait down, bring the liquor. The poor man, someone spend the paper. Wait down, bring the liquor. The poor man, someone spend the
paper. Yes, beats.
Wow. Who could I believe I'll make it this far? Dreams do come through. To most people, this is the end of the road. To me, this is a new beginning. LIB, stand up.
Flags, LIB music. Chamola chamo. Odi go fire the demon them. 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 Odi go fire the demon them.
The teen now your eye can see. Now your ear can hear. The teen now your ear can hear. Now your eye can see. Some of them just don't want to see your success. Some of them just want to see your downfall.
Odi go fire the demon them. Odi go fire the demon them. Odi go fire the demon them. Odi go fire the demon them.
You see, I just want the best for